Yeah. Oh, well, let's find out. Here we go.
Alright, if you could call the first bid, I gotta make sure these runners are synced.
No problem. I can hold the fort. So now both of our runners now heading into criteria to start things off here. Again, they may go down into Blueprint Star, but odds are very likely they will go straight into High Roll over near Lake Highlight Island. For those who are new to this, there are 4 entrances located between worlds that cross over together. And it looks like Cantaloupeme and, yep, both our runners will be going straight into High Roll. So we'll be getting an early check to see maybe... Oh, early save and quit there from Cantaloupeme. Not even going to bother checking Lake Highlight Island, but we will see it on Ovok's side. And it looks like it's just some cash. So we're gonna... Oh! Early Morph Ball! What is going on?
Okay, so Link to the Past was the right spot to check. Oh, and Bloomhail and Sanctuary, nice.
They're off to a very generous start here. Morph Ball and Bloomhail. This is the exact opposite of the race I commentated last night, because last night it took us forever to find the Morph Ball. Like, it was over an hour in before we finally found the thing. Tonight, first item. Now, both our runners heading up into the Lumberjack zone. Gotta be checking out, seeing if Aga's gonna be required. Got a tree pull there. Only hearts there for Ovok.
Oh, yeah, I see that too. Magic.
Magic from the Hoarder Crab. Very nice indeed. Let's see what our Lumberjack checks got for us here tonight. Nah, not much we're going to have to worry about there.
I mean, as much as I like safeties and, you know, extra health is a good safety, I don't think I want to necessarily spend the 5 to 10 minutes to go up the castle tower for that.
Not unless you absolutely have to, but given we've already got Morph Ball, I'm pretty safe to assume that's not going to happen tonight. Oh, we got Space Chump in the Mushroom check. Very nice. It's going to make movement a lot more feasible in Super Metroid once we get in there.
Yeah, we have a lot of mobility already. And now some firepower to go with it.
Love those super missiles. If we don't find all the beams, those super missiles are going to become valuable as heck. So you definitely want to pick up as many of those as you can early on.
Now, we are on version 11 of this new Combomizer, or Combo Randomizer for long. I haven't memorized all of the new changes, but is it now possible that the charge beam is no longer necessary for logical purposes?
I think that is the case, but that's why I'm saying, you know, even in version 10, a lot of runners did not require charge beam. It was just logically, I think it was required, but nonetheless, we're gonna get our Kakariko check here. Some power bombs there for Ovok. They always want to make sure you get those because you never know when if and when you're gonna ever find Morph Ball bombs. So having some power bombs early on, always a nice thing to have there, and some extra health, very nice. Plenty of firepower over in Blind's hut.
And wow, arrow capacity upgrades. Definitely, I think the last time I saw those active was when we had the version 18 history lesson on SpeedGaming a few weeks ago.
Yeah, but you notice the one thing we don't have right now is we do not have bombs for Link to the Past, which means a lot of the one-off checks in these 2 locations are inaccessible. They're going to have to grind up some rupees so they can get access to some bombs, or else they're going to have to leave those items behind.
Well, we do have a money grind spot available. I'm just falling the well 5 or so times. There you go. Yeah, it's a little slow. I'll give you that.
Yeah, there's no easy way to do it. Though, I think Ovok actually has a better idea in mind. He's heading to the Houlihan room.
Yes. So where that bush is, that normally takes you to the actual drop to a fairy cave. But if you do a little bit of camera manipulation, like say enter, exit, fall in the water, be planted back on the surface a few times. More checks is safe, that's fine. Then go to the bush. And voila!
Yep. The Chris Houlihan room, named after the winner of a Nintendo Power competition. And I did not see what was over there on the race. Can you double check that? Okay, nothing important.
Yeah. We don't need to worry about the race game today. Well, Ovokjam won't have to worry about finding that morph ball either.
Yeah, that's one of those locations you know they're going to check very quickly, so I wasn't too worried about him ignoring that for now. I knew eventually he was going to have to check that chest.
Actually, yeah, Ovok's going to just purchase bombs right away. Not a bad idea.
Not a bad call indeed. Meanwhile, Cantaloupe is heading over to Uncle. Got a couple items in there to check, so that might not be a bad idea. A couple easy items. Sphere Zero's got a lot of locations to pull off early on, and we go, oh, the final arrow.
There are a lot of items, not all of them necessarily great.
No, Uncle, not paying out very nicely tonight.
Well, the super missiles are nice. I mean, we have 20 super missiles right now. Oh, Cantaloupeme's just heading straight over to Zebes.
We've got a lot accessible at this point with power bombs and everything else. I don't think that's the worst play he could have made.
The vast majority of green Brinstar's open, and heck, if we really wanted to take a chance with things, we could possibly make our way to Fantoon right now.
I don't think anyone's going to be doing that right this early on, especially with only one E-Tank to work with. But the option is there if you're feeling particularly brave.
Alright, Bomb Terizo, missiles, and Cantaloupeme says no.
Can't say I blame him. I don't know if that warranted a full reset, but I can see, saving a little bit of time.
But at the same time, since we didn't have the Morph Ball bombs, we could have safely picked it up and not had the Terizo fight, if I recall correctly.
Yes, the Terizo fight only activates if you either A, have Morph Ball bombs, or B, the Morph bombs are there in its Fidela location. Otherwise, you do not have to fight it.
Ovok, meanwhile, fighting the mini Moldorms, and is successful.
Ooh, half magic. That's a very nice find early on. The sooner you get that, the better it ends up being. So that's going to be very nice. And get some good cash to make up for what he's already had to spend. Gonna get a look at the back of the gauntlet here. Oop, gotta watch out for these guys. Nicely done. Gonna see if this is gonna be worth going back for later.
Yes it is!
Oh, absolutely it is! That is a hook shot over there on the left. Definitely gonna want to come back for that later.
Alright, Ice Rod Cave visit for Ovok. As long as we can get past the crabs, they can deal 2 hearts of damage, and we only have 1.5 hearts right now.
But he does have blue mail, let's bear that in mind. Oh, so he can take a little extra damage, but he's got to be very careful now. Another hit, and he is a goner. And this is one check you do not want to have to come back to later.
And in the meantime, Cantaloupeme trying to set up for a speed booster skip.
Gonna set that mock ball up. Nicely done. Not much in that first room there. Just a little extra health. He might pick that up on the way out, seeing as though it's this early in the race. Not much else, though, in the back. Just some extra power.
Yeah, so far between our runners, I think we've actually found 45 normal missiles and 20 supers, but most of our runners like to not worry about the regular missiles. Why is that?
Probably because they know they're going to inevitably find enough of them just going around that it's not something you're going to go out of your way for. Super missiles, you might if it's early enough, but regular missiles, it's not, you're going to find them just laying around all over the place. So if it's even slightly out of the way, it's not worth the effort.
Oh, nice jump over the secret pit as Ovok finds a sword and Cantaloupeme with a glove.
Good lord, double whammy there on both sides. Both our runners making bank on that play. Yeah, as chat points out, you open up a chest, you're going to find plenty of missile packs, so you're not really worried about getting those. Yeah, Ovok now checking out the rest of the areas here, including the spots that Cantaloupe had to skip earlier. Thankfully, it looks like only one of those was really a detriment. Even then, eventually, I'm pretty sure Cantaloupeme will go back and get that sword.
I would hope so. We kind of need at least 2 of them out of the 4, and who knows where the other 3 are located.
True. Let's see what the bottle vendors got for us. Not much. I think all that's left now is the chicken shack. And Cantaloupeme needs to be very careful right now. He is down to 16 points of energy max. So he needs to get some health and quick if he wants to continue on. That little bit might not be enough.
There are some spots to farm for energy, as Cantaloupeme gets some bombs. But the thing is, if we're not careful, we could easily take too much damage and have to go back all the way.
Definitely not something you want to do.
Yeah, something to keep in mind. In Link to the Past, you can save and continue. Super Metroid, you do not have that option. Hello!
Woohoo, boy! Various suit right out the gate. That means that slightly opens up Norfair quite a bit.
We're just getting everything this seed.
If I see one more item, I'm calling it. I'm going to be calling one of my catchphrases here if I see even one more big item in the next few minutes. Because yeah, we've gotten sword, glove, Varia suit, space jump, morph ball, blue mail, like within 10 minutes. That's ridiculous. Again, last seed, this was like it was a dead zone for like very early on. Hardly anything was coming up, especially for Super Metroid. Good lord. It took forever for them to finally get to Super Metroid because of how long it took to find that morph ball or even anything that could have helped. They didn't find I don't think they ever found Screw Attack. I think they found one runner found at the very end.
Alright, time to check out Northeast Landing.
Yeah.
I always forget there's acid in this room.
Yeah, it's never fun. Not much up there, unfortunately. And Cantaloupeme looks like I thought he was going to go around to that hidden room back there, but again, his health is too low. He's noping out of there.
Oh, and out of power bombs. So I have to wonder what Cantaloupeme's play is going to be.
That explains a lot. There's a lot of stuff he had to pass up. Meanwhile, Ovok heading straight to the gauntlet here. A bit of a risky play considering how little health he's got. It's a dangerous place in there. But if he can pull this off, it will be, we know for a fact, it will pay off.
But remember, Ovok also only has 3 power bombs as well.
Is that going to be enough to get him through this entire gauntlet? If he misses up even a little bit, he could be in trouble.
Not the entire gauntlet, maybe the first item if we're lucky.
Yeah, that's true. All right. Got Red Boomerang over in Green Hill Zone.
Just missing some checkerboards.
And just Couch Cash sitting up there in the gauntlet. Yeah, this is where I'm starting to wonder if maybe going into Super Metroid this early with only 1 pack of power bombs was really a smart idea, because we're quickly seeing how it's backfiring on both of our runners. Especially since we still had quite a few Sphere Zero checks we could have made. Like, nobody checks her Hospitalist Closet, we still never checked Agina's Cave, and nobody did an early escape run.
And, Cantaloupeme's in trouble. You have to have an explosive to get down to the bottom portion of Red Brinstar. And,
oh boy.
Fallback plan, escape up Red Tower. Nice.
Yep. When all else fails. Man, this... Oof. It's a good thing they got that space jump early on, because otherwise that would have been a soft lock right there, probably.
Well, here is hoping for Cantaloupeme side. Oh, there's a power bomb.
Now we're in business. Good timing on that one. I'm gonna bomb this while checking the item here. Ooh, hey, some extra cash. We'll definitely take that this early on, and more cash in the back.
while Ovokjam finding... I always forget, is that that's Omega missiles, right?
Yeah, that's Omega missiles there.
It didn't have anything important.
Nope, sadly.
Okay, this next room Cantaloupeme heading into, I get nervous with low health because these side hoppers can mess with you if you're not careful. Fortunately, Varia suit helps a little bit.
Just a tad. Well, not the kind of health we need right now.
We've only found one energy tank so far, and I forgot to mark where it was. I think it was the well.
I believe, I know, yeah, it might have been the well. I think I might have also seen one elsewhere, but that's probably because I know Cantaloupe didn't go to South Shore, so he didn't check that. So yeah, I think it was the well. Or no, I think it was in Blind's hut.
It was in Kakariko.
Either way, it was in Kakariko. We're in the general vicinity. Yeah, chat confirming with me it was Blind's hut.
Thank you.
Thank you, chat, for keeping us honest.
Cantaloupeme, please be careful.
I know these runners are very skilled, but my dude, you're scaring me. Thankfully, he's near the ship. I would assume he's going to stop and recharge here real quick, which he is. Chat's like, oh, what? You don't like a little suspense? I like a little suspense, but I don't need to be on the edge of my seat 24/7, my friend. Thank you. I need some breathing room.
And this is why Metroid Fusion in the middle of the game is perhaps a little bit too much for you.
Yeah, I love the game, but it does have moments where it can be it can be stressful.
Chat knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, they're calling it straight up. This is why we love you, chat.
Now,
Also, go ahead.
I don't like Cantaloupeme's play. Again, we need a lot of power bombs to get through, and I don't think, even if we recharge here, not a bad idea, it's going to be enough.
No. Also, some of the chat brings up, like, what's more annoying, the low heart beep in Metroid or Zelda? That's a good question. The answer is yes.
So, I know in the, Link to the Past side, you can customize the speed of the beeps. I don't remember if you can do that on the Super Metroid side.
That I am not so sure of myself. I know in Link to the Past Randomizer, you can either slow them down, speed them up if you're really masochistic, or you can just outright turn them off.
Alright, Ovok picking up some rupees from our wall-jumping Edakun friends. Well, I say friends. As far as what the actual canon is, I'll let the rest of you decide that.
Or you can always just see what game theory said about them.
I forgot about that episode.
Just a little shy there, Cantaloupe. Yep, you need you need at least 10. I would say a pack of 10 to get through there.
Logic-wise, 10 is a sequence break style, or at least 10 is enough to activate that, but ideally we would have gravity suit as well. Maybe even screw attack.
Oh, screw attack, you're set. You're just blazing through there if you have a screw attack.
Okay, Cantaloupeme, which direction are you heading? You're going east from the ship. And you're going farther east. Oh my gosh, did I seriously call a Phantom battle this early?
Well, it's gonna pay off in some regards because we got a Moon Pearl.
I'll take that? Question mark?
Can't really call it a bad play now.
I mean, that's completely fair. Ovok picking up some super missiles. Cantaloupeme getting regular missiles. Oh, that's a separate set of supers that I missed, as we now have Various Suit for both of our runners.
Yeah, I don't know if... okay, Ovok probably did, or Kettle probably did check that. He probably did get that heart piece of heart down there. Unless that was when he ran out of power bombs.
That was a different super missile pack. I don't think Cantaloupeme got that one that Ovok just did. But we do know that we're now in a wrecked ship that is devoid of electricity. Some say that Fantoon is the one who's actually absorbed the electricity. Trying to also attract these, I forgot the name of these ghosts. The Koben, I think? Oh, that's a timely energy tank. Thank you, game.
That is what we're looking for right now. Well, it actually makes sense from a scientific perspective, because one of the common things about ghosts is that they usually use the electricity around them to basically manifest. So having the entire ship full of power at your disposal, it would make sense that Fantoon would not only be able to be up here, but be pretty strong.
Ooh, Ovok, I appreciate the idea of grinding here, but I don't know if these enemies don't have a big drop table for power bombs.
So he's just wasting time at this point, unless he's trying to really max out everything else.
And in the meantime, it is here's Fantoon.
Our first boss of the race. Did not expect it to be Fantoon, but it's not the first time I've seen this happen. I'm just not sure if Cantaloupeme going to be able to handle this. I mean, he's going to have to really rely on some good hits, and he definitely does not need to be missing missile shots, because you can't exactly use super missiles. Well, you can use one, but it has to be the last one, because as anyone who's played this knows, Fantoon is vulnerable to super missiles. In fact, he takes double damage from them. But if it does not kill him, then a super missile shot will send him into an enraged state, making him invulnerable for quite a bit of time, and sending out wave after wave of those blue fireballs that can just really be a pain in the butt.
And without Charge Beam, we can't even pseudo-screw attack, which makes dodging them even more dangerous.
Exactly. So that's one thing he definitely does not want to deal with, is an enraged Fantoon right now. He would probably, I'll be honest, even as good as he is, he probably wouldn't survive.
Alright, Ovok does have that one power bomb, and thus is able to proceed downward. But Cantaloupeme gets it.
Nicely done indeed.
And in the meantime, Ovok heading into the X-ray scope area. I mean, these firefly lighting creatures do give us decent drops for power bombs.
That's true, and plus he's got space jump, which means he doesn't have to deal with the spikes as much as you normally would. So it's not a bad play to make. Get this out of the way early, because a lot of times you will end up leaving this room behind because there's no way to get to it. And it could always end up having something good, but today is not that day.
Alright, in the meantime, Cantaloupeme with a full-powered wrecked ship available, having to go through a bit of a, I don't know what you would call this, the gym track from Heck, basically?
It certainly would be a worse name to give it. Sure, I know that there's a whole list of official like unofficial names for these rooms that are that most fans of the game call them, but I'm not gonna remember every single one of them. I'll be completely honest with you folks. I don't have that good a memory.
Same. Spark Room only having missiles.
Yep. I'll remember a lot of the essentials. Like, I know I'm wondering if Cantaloupeme is actually going to brave Spiky Room of Death. I really am wondering if he's actually... Well, he's got space jump. It might not be that bad for him. Tricky, but I don't think it's going to be, like, necessarily evil to do.
Smart play to save. In the meantime,
yeah, still...
yeah. Ovokjam heading to Spacer location. And extra bombs. We'll take them this early.
Yeah, we've been needing them. And indeed, Cantaloupeme going through the spiky room of death.
Silly question, how come we have to go through a spiky room of death just to get access to the kiddie pool?
That's a very good question.
I'll just chalk that up to Nintendo logic.
9 times out of 10, that's usually what it is. All right, let's see what the kiddie pool's hiding over here. Nothing, just some missiles. But since he's not really having to worry about going back and dealing with all that, he's going to just go ahead and take them and go. He's not going to reset.
In the meantime, Ovok has enough power bombs to make it to Kraid, but I'm concerned about the return trip.
Yeah, that could be tricky.
Ooh, bonus
Yes,
supers.
super.
Nice. And nice load up before encountering the, I forgot what species, Kraid is supposed to be, but, either way, I'll let you handle this part.
Yeah, because it's time to find out if we're going to be taking Kraid to the prom or if he's going to reject him with a quick kill. The tricky part is dealing with that hand. And sometimes Kraid just decides, you know what? I don't care if you want to go or not. I'm taking you to the prom because he closed that mouth real quick.
You see, I never understood that the few times I've tried this combo, Rando. How do you determine whether Kraid keeps his mouth open for long enough time for some possible romance?
I honestly don't know. I mean, I'm sure there is some kind of logic to it, some kind of like pattern, but I've never quite figured it out. It's just pure luck. Oh, and he gets a fire rod for his troubles. Well, at least that's going to be worth it. And he's got enough power bombs from Kraid to make his way back.
In the meantime, Attic Room has a bow!
Woo, boy!
Both routes paying off.
That is not something you see very often here. Fire rod in Kraid, bow in the attic, the wrecked ship. What is going on with this scene?
I don't know, but I have a feeling, folks, you may want to tell your friends to head on over to SpeedGaming 3 because we've got a good one on our hands.
Absolutely. Now, it looks like Cantaloupeme is not... I think he's checking... Yeah, he's checking this particular... the wreck ship reserve to see if it's going to be necessary to go back for later.
Of course, this check is kind of annoying to do if you don't have Speed Booster, and, well, we don't need to worry about that one.
It's probably breathing a sigh of relief at that idea.
Yeah, as long as we can get back over these hurdles.
Yeah, it's tricky because without the screw attack or without the speed booster, you gotta jump and then morph like at the right split second to be able to fit through that hole. All right, meanwhile, Ovok heading into Upper North Fair here. Gonna be heading up to the high jump area. Got 3 items over here, so this is usually a very good check. Oh, charge me and das boots!
What is this? And a bottle. Slow down, runners. I'm trying to take notes.
I can't keep up. Too many items.
Okay, you know what? We need to just calm down a little bit. We just need to breathe a little. After all, we kind of have to prepare to focus a little bit.
Yeah, and besides, I know how this goes. Like right now, yes, everything is coming in like me fast. You know, some of you probably even thinking jet seed, but I know how this works because eventually these guys are going to end up hitting the wall.
But
Eventually get a point-to-point.
But until we hit that wall, we need to stay quiet a little bit, as Cantaloupeme is approaching the bowling lane right now, having to focus dearly, trying to make it to the end there. Eyes on the pins. And this is a gutter ball.
I almost forgot you do that.
It's all good.
There's how long it's been since we've calmed together, my friends.
Alright, Ovok in Death Mountain rescuing the old man right now, I believe. Stop holding out on the energy tanks, game.
Yeah, seriously, you had to go kill a boss to find a meat tank. But, yeah, all we got left is gravity suit and ice beam.
Fantoon holding out.
Fantoon be loaded. Let's charge and ice back to back. That is a really good find for Cantaloupeme, though. No love lost for Ovokjam. He has been doing certainly quite well himself, even though Death Mountain has not paid off at all, having only found nothing on Spectacle Rock either, so he's safe and quitting out.
We don't fully know what's going on with this seed, folks. We're trying to understand.
Yeah. So Ovokjam gonna take those Pegasus boots he got earlier. He's gonna put those to use checking out the Bonk Cave.
And what do we get for bonking some rocks? Some more bombs.
We got enough bombs to start a Michael Bay movie around here.
How many do we need for a good one?
There is such a thing?
I liked the first Transformers movie, I admit it. Though
It's
admittedly,
the lesser of evils, I'll grant you that, but that's about as much credit as I'm giving it.
fair enough. Bag of escape for Ovok. Ooh.
And total garbage.
Well, not entirely. I mean, hi Greg. We at least get to see you one more time at best. Greg, by the way, Green Rupee of Eternal Glory comes from another randomizer, and it's just been ported over, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
So we know that Dark Cross has something.
Yeah, because we've got 4 items left to find, and we've already found all the dungeon items. So whatever's in the, whatever's left are important items, or at least non-dungeon items.
So now I have to wonder, what did we initially leave behind instead of the morph ball?
Yeah, because I don't think Cantaloupe's been this way yet, so we'll see. Just missiles.
Well, picks them up. Probably because it's just easier to pick them up as we get... Ah, dang it. Rupees.
Well, hey, you know what? Zora's still in play. We need those rupees.
True. Now, will Alpha Missiles give us something better as Ovok is heading into the, castle break sequence? No, Cantaloupe didn't want that reserve tank for whatever reason.
There's a reason we call it the Nope Tank. There's a lot of runners, when they see it, they go, nope.
Well, I would pick up those supers. Maybe Cantaloupeme will pick them up on the way back.
Maybe. Right now, the problem is he's got to use this last power bomb to get up here into the Billy Mays room.
But the problem is, if you head back up, you can't get back down unless you get more power bombs or actual bombs. I would not go through that door. Cantaloupeme!
Oh Lord, this is not gonna be good. He is putting all his eggs in one basket here. Is it gonna pay off? Rupee and missiles. Reset.
Oh. Not what we were after, but ooh. In the
Meanwhile,
meantime,
Ovokjam heading over to Zelda's treasure chest here. And he just finds more bombs!
so just to put things in perspective right now, all logical checks have been done in Super Metroid with the exception of Northeast Norfair. As far as
pretty much.
yeah, as far as map check, Pyramid Crystal, Normal Crystal, Pendant, and looks like Ovok wants to head to that Pyramid Crystal. And I think Cantaloupeme is following suit.
Yep. Now also gonna check out Sir Hassela's closet. Got 3 items back here that we left behind. And there's our Master Sword. That's our second sword upgrade found so far.
Well, some good news and some bad news with this, as Cantaloupeme gets the first sword. The good news is, we have a pretty decent weapon. The bad news, we're just one lamp away from potentially having to go up Aga Tower.
I'm gonna call not likely gonna happen because bear in mind, look over on Cantaloupeme's tracker. He's got gloves, he's got Moon Pearl. He only needs a glove or a hammer and he's got Dark World access. I'm putting my money towards that happening more than I'm expecting an Aga play.
Well, as Cantaloupeme is exploring Eastern Palace, Ovokjam wants to head to Upper Norfair.
Neither of which are bad plays to make here on either side.
Oh, dangerous time to check this item.
Oh, but it's got a payoff. He's just got to get it.
Oh.
But he barely got it, and he's got Tempered Sword. At least for the moment.
It doesn't stick, unfortunately.
No,
we know where it
he
is,
didn't have enough health.
We know where it is, though. That's the important part.
He'll come back for that because, yeah, Tempered Sword, you want Tempered Sword. But he needs some E-Tanks if he's going to try that again.
Ironically enough, 2 of the E-Tanks were blocked. Actually, no, one was before Fantoon, one was after, but still, you basically have to head to Fantoon to get somewhere, and I think that's where Ovok's going.
Yeah, funny enough. Also, we did get another pack of power bombs over in Eastern Palace, over on Cantaloupeme's side, which is going to help because we've seen how they've been struggling with only 1 pack of power bombs.
Yeah, and if I'm looking at our tracker data correctly, we have 2 tanks. So 2 tanks plus 10 power bombs plus space jump if we need it. There you go. We can get our hook shot.
That's true. He cut it close, but he could pull it off.
Now Ovok is heading down Red Tower in reverse.
Huh.
While Cantaloupeme is about to do a common sequence break. I'll let you explain this one.
Yeah, basically, you're supposed to have the lamp in this room, but I'll be honest, even me being a casual non-speedrunner can get through these dark rooms without any effort, without much trouble. So, you know that runners like these guys can blaze through this without even blinking. So he's going to go through these dark rooms, but whatever he finds here, if this is an item that he finds in this room, it will be a sequence break. So this is going to take him out of the logic. That's only if he finds anything of value, though. It could just be complete bupkis.
With that 1 heart of health, we can't do the quick strats. Well, okay, technically we could. A number of pots in this upcoming room do provide hearts for recovery, but at this rate, you may as well just take all the enemies out. 1 pot throw will take out those Igors.
And he's got the bow, so he can just take him out that way, too.
also true. Alright. Anti-fairies unleashed.
And just a missile pack, so not going to be a real sequence break there, but that's still... Now, if I've been keeping track of things correctly, I think we still have one item left, so that will be on the Armos Knights, but this is the Dark Room that will actually give you some trouble.
That is true. I want to say it's 6 Pokos, the tentacle things, plus 2 Igors. It's the Igor on the right you need to take out in order to get the small key.
Yeah. But he gets it with very little trouble there. It only took 1 hit there, as far as I could tell.
Now, here's the unfortunate part. I think Cantaloupeme forgot that there's a pot you have to lift up! Lift up! Oh, dang it.
Ripperoni.
And Cantaloupeme doesn't have the Fire Rod, which, mind you, I don't believe the Fire Rod lamp combo logic from the Link to the Past version 31 is a part of this, but it would certainly help to light the torches.
Yeah, no, as far as I know, Fire Rod does not count towards that in the logic, so he would still technically need the lamp, but even then, he doesn't have either, so what does it matter? He's out of logic no matter what he does. Good news is that all he has to do is just run back over. He did get the key, and it does save that, so he should be fine on that regard, but that's still quite the bother.
Alright, in the meantime, Ovok heading back to Link to the Past. Or... there we go. I had missed the save quit, but it may have also been the new quick reset that's available for Link to the Past players.
Possible. Either way, he's going to head back up. Considering he can't do much else, yep, he's going to probably go right here into Norfair through this entrance.
And hopefully we'll get a tempered sword this time.
As long as he didn't take any hits from any of the enemies in here, he should be fine. Meanwhile, Cantaloupeme now taking on the Armos Knights. He's gonna have to do this the hard way since he does not have silver arrows, but that's not too big a deal there.
Alright, Ovokjam.
Nice setup here.
Ovokjam with that tempered sword, Cantaloupeme with the first crystal of the match.
Absolutely. Nicely done there by Cantaloupeme. Took very little effort on that one.
And now, welcome to Bubble Mountain.
Also, a point we should make here for Cantaloupeme is that he didn't just get his first crystal. He got one of the 5-6 crystals. Once we find out where the other one is, that could determine a bigger... Oh! Speaking of arrows, we've got silver.
Silver arrows in bottom right Bubble Mountain.
Well, once Ovokjam heads over and gets that bow, he's going to be one happy man.
But in the meantime, Cantaloupeme is going for the gauntlet as there's another... well, there's our 4th energy tank.
Good timing for it, too, because we're, Norfair Reserve. Not an easy place to get through. Though, easier with the space jump, but these guys don't make it that easy. Ooh, powder!
Powder in the breakable platform, but what's up there, and I think the actual reserve tank spot?
Just some cash.
Can't win them all.
And Cantaloupeme now makes it through the entire gauntlet. And he knows he's about to be very handsomely rewarded.
Hook shot obtained. In the meantime, Ovok approaching the speed booster room.
Now, since he does not have the speed booster, the lava will not rise when he leaves the room unless the speed booster just happens to be in there, but that's not exactly a very high probability. Also, we should note that Cantaloupeme getting the hook shot means that he just opened up East Death Mountain. That's going to open up a lot of potential checks. He might, if he makes his way back to Norfolk, he might check that.
Well, there's another energy tank. And, ooh, JTN's favorite item, the shovel.
Anyone up for a fetch quest?
Can you call me later?
Because, yeah, we got not only the shovel, but again, we just found powder, too. So he's got 2 potential fetch quests to deal with. Though one of them's going to have to wait since he doesn't exactly have access to the Bat Cave yet.
In the meantime, I'm just looking at the Norfair map right now. We only have 2 checks in logic right now, and basically we're in the right area.
Yep. I believe this is Vanilla Wave Beam.
Yep, get past the gate. Watch out for the spikes. We can fly over them without a problem thanks to Space Jump. And then, well, hope there's something good.
Nope.
So, at this point, our progression is logically in Link to the Past.
That's what my tracker's saying as well.
So, I'd say it's East Death Mountain because there are 8 items there.
Yeah, that'd be my money too. Because, yeah, outside of that, what we have is we've got, so we found a bottle earlier. We got Sick Kid in play. We've got Shovel Spot. We've got Agina's Cave. We do have Zora himself, though I'd say that's a long shot since we don't have flippers.
We have the glove, that's all we need technically. But,
yeah.
You know how we sometimes like to think of logic as guidelines? Ovok's breaking those guidelines. I think we're about to see a
Yep.
big red crocodile. Or a crocomire, anyway.
Yep. Good old gate glitch. It's going to open up a lot of areas, but again, a lot of this stuff's going to be out of logic, so it may actually throw him further off if there's only like 1 item and it's not something he needs right this minute.
But there are plenty of fans who say you should always bet on Croc, and so it is time to see, what are the odds, you think, today?
Oof. Given what we've got so far, I'm 50-50.
I'll say 40% chance of something good here.
I think that's reasonable. Because we still got quite a few essential items, especially for Link to the Past in play. So there's still a pretty good chance. But given how early, we're only midway into the run here, well, even if even that, it's hard to say.
Well, either way, Ovokjam is jamming up Crocomire's mouth, and there's the lava bath for you. Ooh, that may be
Whoa, we don't have to wait long to find out that bet. We got Ice Rod.
It's like Chet says, always bet on Croc.
Yeah, no, to be fair, we still don't know if Ice Rod is technically required yet because we don't know the state of Turtle Rock. And given that there's still 2 pendants out in the open, there's still a possibility that Turtle Rock's not required and that Ice Rod is useless. But still a pretty good level item to find. So not going to knock it much.
And there's Croc trying to give an encore performance, but needs to get some meat on those bones.
Yeah.
And
oh, now that is a lot more essential. We just got our lamp.
always bet on Croc. That's what this seed is teaching us. But at the same time, I mean, chat's pointing it out again. We're out of sequence here. What do we normally need to access Croc? Wave beam?
Yeah, because it was a gate glitch. Or speed booster, I think. Yeah, speed booster would have done it.
All right, so which will we find first? If any.
That's true.
All right, Cantaloupeme, go ahead.
Yeah, I think you and I were on the same page there. Cantaloupeme, now he's about to take his turn to see if Croc's gonna give him the DLC or not.
While Ovokjam checking grapple beam spot.
Literacy!
What is this seed? And there you go. Create it. Create's a player, I guess. Taking both runners.
Yeah, taking both of them to the prom, but a very quick fight nonetheless there from Cantaloupeme. Nicely done.
So
Still.
yeah. And there's that fire rod. I just still can't believe this. 3 items guarded by Crocomire with potential value. Well, 1 with actual value in the lamp, at least in my view.
Yeah, the lamp is almost always... Because some of those dungeons are going to be dark rooms. You're going to want that lamp. But still. Whoop, boy.
Well, at this point, I would consider swinging by Agina's cave because we can full clear desert.
Yeah, I think that's a very smart call on that one. Though I just realized something else.
Yes?
With that lamp in play, Ovokjam might be having a thought cross his mind.
What type of thought?
Oh, you already know. I can hear it in the tone of your voice.
For the viewers at home, please elaborate.
So, we still have not found the glove, the Titan's mitt, or the hammer. We now have Tempered Sword and a lamp.
Yep. You know what I was thinking.
Yep. He might be thinking Aga. It's still not... I don't think he's guaranteeing it. He's probably not going, I'm going to Aga next. But I'm sure that thought is in the back of his mind, like, I could possibly be having to do Aga now. That's the only catch, though, as Chef points out, is that lamp was out of logic. So it depends on how soon we find the speed booster and or wave beam. That might make the difference on whether or not he thinks, okay, Aga's in logic.
In the meantime, Cantaloupeme now has the Pegasus boots in the high jump boots area. I wonder if this means Sahasrahla is going to have high jump boots now.
That would be so funny if that ended up happening.
Alright, Ovokjam ready to go digging.
What will we find over here? Nothing.
Yeah, I find the bomb capacity items to be more useful than arrow capacities, especially when we have silvers. Bombs we can't upgrade at all.
Yeah, having more bombs is no way, and you don't even need that many. Like 1, maybe two upgrades if you get the 5s, or 110. upgrade, and you're pretty much set after that. And it looks like Ovokjam's taking our I don't want to say he's hearing us, but I would say he's probably on the same wavelength as us because he's going to desert.
I agree with this play. We can take care of 4 checks and get a crystal, a required crystal out of the way at the same time. Agina with a second bottle. That's extra reminder. Hey, go check out Sick Kid.
Yep.
In the meantime, Cantaloupeme going for the other power play in Paradox Cave.
Oh yeah, tons of items in this area. And there's the Titans bits! So much for Aga!
During that excitement, I missed what was on the desert ledge.
I did too, unfortunately. If it's essential, I'm sure Govok will go back for it later.
Power bombs, according to chat.
Oh, gravity suit!
Oh my goodness, we're getting everything here. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, he's set for Zora for the very least.
Alright. Ovok hoping for something good in the map chest. Well, it's an item.
Yeah. I'm not really... He's not screaming for help right now, but a little extra certainly wouldn't hurt. Small key on the torch. Thankfully, we have the Pegasus boots. Not an issue there.
Alright, what's on that Death Mountain Island? Another energy tank. Probably won't pick it up.
No.
And as Ovok wants to finish off this side bowling room, Cantaloupeme is hurrying through the spiral cave.
No resident sleepers needed today, folks. He's going fast.
As soon as we take care of this mini Moldorm, thank you. Now, what's the reward? Not a great
Just
one.
some junk. So let's see. Ovokjam, I'm going to check the big chest. I think we're still missing one item.
I've counted the same.
So if it's not here, it's on Land Molus. It's on Land Molus. There's the compass.
Did we happen to accidentally or somehow generate an ambrosia seed? Because that's what it's kind of feeling like with items on bosses all the time.
Oh, someone call my buddy Phantom Ryu, because that's gotta be Kane! That's gotta be Kane!
And Ovokjam does go for those power bombs. Ooh, King's Tomb with Somaria. That's very nice.
Absolutely.
And now Cantaloupeme is also getting that green rupee. And also, we're now going to see what is inside the Dark Cross.
Or maybe not.
Right, Lantern was behind Croc.
And he doesn't know that.
Alright, so where is... Oh my... You know, I just realized... I took a look at at the tracker for a moment. I think thanks to all the health and items we found, we could take out Ridley now if we so wanted.
Yeah, I'd say Ridley's in logic. Or Norfair is fully in play. Meanwhile, Ovokjam taking on Land Molus, having a little bit of trouble aiming his fire rod shots, but he's not doing too bad there.
And the swords work just as well. Maybe not as well for damage, but sometimes it's good to slice and dice. Desert Palace? is completed. Yeah. This seat is now wide open.
Pretty much. Yeah, it's open game, especially after finding that gravity suit up there in Paradox Cave. That puts Meridian in play.
Ovok, meanwhile, has to get that hook shot. And hopefully, with those 10 power bombs, can do so.
Not to mention, he still needs to get that bow. He needs to go to a wrecked ship soon, too, because he needs to get that bow out of the attic.
Now, Cantaloupeme getting half magic as we have crossed the 1 hour mark.
By the way, quick note to our tracker, we do need to mark Desert Palace complete on Ovokjam's side, since he did finish off Land Molus. Of course, shout out to our tracker, Iboto2, helping keeping things going, making it a little easier for us to keep track of things.
Indeed. And don't feel bad if some of the logic is complicated. I mean, we've taken 2 completely separate games and combined them into one here. So, it's a lot more to keep up with than you realize.
Though, to be fair, we're pretty much in Super Metroid Go mode. Like, we've got everything we absolutely need. Everything else is just is on top of the sun.
If that's the case, then how come I don't see Dragon is labeled with a green box?
Oh, that's a good point. Maybe I am missing something.
Speed booster?
You know what? That's probably what it is.
Though the other thing to keep in mind, as some of chat is saying, we are using the normal mode difficulty. There are 2 modes, or 2 difficulties, normal and hard. Oh, there's some ammo in the waterfall of the wishing.
Yeah. He's using water rock and glitch there, which is pretty nice to use. Got to be a little careful here. Let's see what's on the Zora ledge. Nothing, so not even going to be worth coming back for with flippers. Let's see what those 500 rupees are going to be worth today. We're going to get a life lesson, we're going to get a love lesson, or we're going to get some value here. Wouldn't hold my breath, to be honest. I'm expecting a scam.
I'll say love lesson.
I think that's a fair call. And we have... Nope, life lesson. Total ripoff.
Alright. Ovok does have that hook shot now. And just to continue where I was earlier, so the 2 difficulties, normal and hard, they primarily apply to Super Metroid logic. There is no difficulty setting for the Link to the Past side. But basically, all of the sequence breaks that we are talking about apply to normal mode. In hard mode, you are expected to pull the vast majority of them, if not all of them, off.
Stuff like Hell Runs in Norfair, Suitless Meridia, the continuous bomb jump to get into wreck ship, those could actually be in logic in hard mode.
In the meantime, there's that sword for Cantaloupeme.
That gives him Master Sword, and once he gets to Norfair, he'll probably find that Tempered Sword over in the Cathedral.
In the meantime, Ovokjam has picked up the mitts and now that gravity suit.
To answer, point out something in chat, yeah, they had done Kakariko earlier, it's just Cantaloupeme did not have bombs at the time, so he had to miss out on quite a bit. Though, now would be a good time to come back, because I'm pretty sure Cantaloupeme also has a bottle, so he can check Sick Kid.
Well, we checked out the bottle vendor at least.
Yep, he's also, missed a lot of the bomb spots, like Chicken Shack and, of course, back of the well, back of Blind's hut. Yeah, that doesn't work.
More ammo for Samus to wield later.
Speaking of which, I gotta compliment Ovokjam. He's using a custom sprite, and he's using a Samus sprite in Link to the Past, so no matter what game he's in, he's always Samus. All right, let's see what Sick Kid's got for us today. Just some love.
Nothing wrong with love in this time right now, but unfortunately it's not necessarily going to help us progress on the Link to the Past side. Now, if this was Minish Cap Rando, it would be a different story, because there you would need 10 hearts to get one check. Also,
we got our map check. Green pendant at Swamp, red pendant at Turtle Rock, crystal 6 at Misery Mire.
So that ice rod may not be necessary.
Yeah, the only thing I'm going to say is that if there's one thing I've learned about these randomizers, always check pendant dungeons.
Now, I subscribe to that theory when it's Ice Palace, because it's almost always there. And the few times it's not, it's because I'm running the seed as well. In the meantime, Cantaloupeme is deciding to visit Skull Woods right now.
Which is full clearable and a crystal, so I don't see the problem with this at all. Not much in Super Bunny Cave, though. You get some more power bombs. Not a bad thing.
And a red shield. In general, my preferred shield, if I'm supposed to have one.
Yeah, because the mirror shield, while it's nice and all for defense, it's also a little laggy. And we got butter.
The gold sword already in Hookshot Cave.
And a mushroom. And a speed booster. Well, that puts Croc back in logic. So he's now back on the logic train.
And what do we need for Turtle Rock anyway? Ether. Alright, Cantaloupeme in the transition room finds nothing there, so I believe our final item is going to be in the back of Skull Woods.
That's what my account's looking at right now.
And Ovok, remembering King's Tomb, very good idea.
Because we know what's waiting for him, and now that we know that Misery Mire is a crystal, not to mention a pyramid crystal, yeah, you're going to want that cane.
This room in Skull Woods I find annoying.
Dealing with the Gibdos, having to light all those torches, never a fun combination, to be honest. Thankfully, with half magic, it's not too bad. Oh, Bunny Bean!
The anti-fairies, if you don't get through that room in time, they home in on you, and there you go.
Actually, those aren't anti-fairies. That's a Bunny Beam.
Right. I forgot if they had another official name or not.
Yeah, the anti-fairies are the skulls with the red orbs around them.
Right. In the meantime, Mothula, or more accurately, Mothula's arena. There we go.
Nicely done. And he drops a shield. So that means all 3 shields are accounted for him. He doesn't have to check that last item. He's done. That's it for Skullwood. And right as he finishes, Ovokjam starts.
You know, I just realized we don't even necessarily need the mirror this seed.
Nope, Swamp Palace is a well, I'd still think it might be worth checking out because it's Swamp Palace, which already has 6 potential item locations, and it's Green Pendant, which means it's got a 7th item in its wing. So that'd be hard not to pass up.
Oh, Ovok, I appreciate what you were trying to do, but unfortunately, not only hitting the door, but also leaving the, actually, that should be the same super tile, so I'm surprised the bomb went away already. Maybe it...
Can't tell you. Alright, Cantaloupeme now starting his run in the Village of Outcasts. Checking out the chess game first. Not much there.
Well, at least we get a part of our money back.
Part of it. Still got ripped off in the end.
Actually,
gonna pop open Thieves Town. He's gonna go in. Yes, he's gonna go right on in. Now, doing Thieves Town right now does come with a slight bit of risk because we don't have the hammer. If he finds all 4 items before he gets to the big chest down there, he's safe. But if he doesn't, and Blind doesn't have the last item, he may have to come back. And this is one of the worst double dips you'd have to make if you have to go back to that big chest in Thieves Town. Especially since we got the early small key. That's not a good sign. And there's Bombos.
and the 4th chest? Nothing important. Two items up front. I don't like these chances.
Yep. I'm worried about this.
So if I'm remembering the logic here, I don't think one-to-one key logic is in this rando.
Yes, it is. It is possible for the key to get locked inside its own chest. I think that actually happened last time.
Okay. Well, we already found the key, so that doesn't matter now that I'm realizing it.
No, yeah. Our only hope is that we don't find the map and compass. And now Ovokjam's got the black shield.
I mean, when I was first playing the game, I appreciated the mirror shield's ability to reflect the I-beams, but I don't really need it as much.
Oh, that's a little more comforting, even if it's just a single rupee.
Hi again, Greg. Alright, sunroof is broken. One item left.
And we got 2 potential spots to check for. The Maiden's treasure chest and Blind himself. If one of those 2 pops up with an item, then we are going to be breathing a heavy sigh of relief. But if both the map and compass come up instead, oh boy, that is going to be stressful.
And thanks to the fact that we have gloves, we can easily lift that big block out of the way and make it through Bumper Cave having nothing important.
Nope. There's the map. 50-50 shot now.
And I think Ovok is going to take a similar path, though starting on the right side of Village of Outcasts, so we're going to see C-shaped house first.
Yep. This is something that Cantaloupeme did not check yet, though. It doesn't look like it's a big loss there, even if he never goes back for it. What's Blind's pun of the day? I barely had a chance to read. The rental agents offers quarters for dollars.
I'm sorry. I was trying to not laugh at it. It's a decent one.
That's an alright pun. That sounds like something I make. Down goes Blind. Decent fight there. Only took a hit there. What does he drop? Oh no! The compass! That means the last item's in the big chest! Oh no. Worst case scenario.
Now, here's my question. Is Ovok going to only dip the first 4? Okay, that's appropriate. Bunny Beam form is a Metroid.
Yeah, makes sense. Still, we have to hope that whatever's in that big chest is not worth the effort of getting to, because good.
Alright, anything in the brewery? Apparently, the bar owner is also a bouncer.
Yeah, I don't want to get on his bad side, that's for sure. Alright, so I suspect the next step here, yep, Cantaloupeme gonna pay this to the good old Alec Baldwin, see what's going on over the digging game.
Fortunately, no need to say anyone's name 3 times, we just have to dig up to 30.
And thankfully not even that much, but not worth the trouble, just some bombs. Gonna hold off on the Smith chain for now, since we don't have the mirror, but we're probably gonna pay a visit to good old Stumpy up here to see what he's hiding.
Alright, is it anything good?
Nope.
Not good by the runner standards at this point.
And I suspect next up on the list, it's time for Hyper Gripe Cave. Given what we still have out and playing, wouldn't exactly say great odds, but not absolute guaranteed garbage.
Well, we'll find out. There are 5 items in here. 1 on the NPC, 4 in the room in the back. Starting with supers, more ammunition.
Let's see, we got some health, not bad. No. Trash
It's a
cave.
munitions cave.
Trash cave.
It's a munitions cave, and we got 2 supers out of it, so honestly, I'm gonna give it a 2 out of 10.
I'd say a 1. Just for the E-Tank, that's it.
I bow to your superior gameplay when it comes to Super Metroid.
I wouldn't exactly call my gameplay superior.
Superior to mine. Alright, Cantaloupeme is now rescuing the old man if he hasn't already.
Could have sworn he did already, but nonetheless, either way. If he hasn't, he's going to now. It'll be very quick. Even if he is taking the long way around. Ovokjam struggling a little bit with Blind there, but manages to take him out. Gets his compass, which I'm sure he's just so happy to find.
And there we go. Old man rescued for the 2nd time. And then beamed on the head with a falling rock just because. And okay, chat confirming Cantaloupeme came up here earlier due to the Upper North Air portal.
Makes sense. At this point, there's not much left we can check here and link to the past. Ovokjam could check Dark Cross since he's got that lamp, but that's really about it. I mean, unless they want to go through the long way around to do the Smith chain.
Yeah, odds are Super Metroid is going to have our next piece of progression right now.
That'd be my bet.
At this point, yeah, even with what we have, we can clear out just about everything on the Super Metroid side.
Yeah. Especially now that we found that speed booster, that's pretty much it. Yeah, we are full Super Metroid Go mode.
Cantaloupeme sees the Ether Medallion. And is now about to be rewarded with a Tempered Sword.
Looks like Ovokjam's gonna take good old Jeremiah on a world tour.
It's not necessarily a bad idea, but oh. I think Cantaloupeme's trying to piece the logic together right now. Maybe has an idea. Starting at the mountain cave is good as long as Cantaloupeme heads to Super Metroid straight away. Because Croc has what we need.
Well, that's definitely where he's going.
But not going to Croc.
Is he
This is a
going to
Meridia play.
Meridia? Yeah.
I mean, with everything equipped right now, yeah, Cantaloupeme has enough. I mean, the fight against Dragon will be a little scary, but...
He's gonna check to see what's up on Main Street. Nothing important.
In the meantime, Ovokjam has turned the Bullfrog back into... I always forget if it's a Dwarf or a Gnome.
Considering they're blacksmith, I'm gonna say dwarf.
Alright, then what will Urist Mikhailian make for us?
Some
More
health.
health.
And now we found the other Kane. Kane O'Brien. Team Hell No complete.
Alright, notes updated. And now Ovok is... Let's see, I don't think we've actually seen the Ice Beam room yet.
No, I don't think we have either. Surprising.
Now, one of the runners did have trouble going for the Mach Ball earlier, and maybe it's just me. I find it a little easier to do the Mach Ball going in the rightward direction than the leftward, so could have been the same situation here. There's another energy tank right before the watering hole.
Yeah. Now we're starting to see all the E-tanks. We've been looking for those. And uh-oh. That's Ether.
Yep.
That is not something you want to be finding right now, because we have both rods and Ether plus Kane. Remember what I said earlier about always check pendant engines? We might have that problem come up.
Where's the hammer?
Good point. I forgot about the hammer. No, Spectre Power Bomb's in the watering hole.
Crumble Tower, nothing. Now, maybe it's just me, but I don't know if I saw Cantaloupeme go for all of the items, or if Cantaloupeme saw all the items on Main Street, because there are 2 visible ones, if I recall correctly.
He did.
But...
It was a missile pack in the other one.
Thank you. That's enough confirmation to know.
Hey, checking up the aqueduct, and there's the 3rd of our medallions. We've got the bacon coin now, so all 3 medallions have been found.
Alright, inside, I don't know why I sometimes picture this as, like, Meridia lab entry or something, but it really feels kind of spooky here.
Well, this whole game's spooky, that's kind of the point, but this is the aqueduct. And it looks like he's saving, so he's going to be doing some sandpit diving.
Starting with the rightmost pit. Both pits have 2 items. Well, first one, we don't care about. Second one, well, that's where some power bombs are.
Not going to go out of our way for that at this point.
Now, I personally would like, oh, okay, 20 power bombs, yeah, that's plenty. And, question from chat. Is there anything that could be absolutely required on the pedestal? There's one. The flippers.
Yeah, flips could be on ped.
And even then, we can just sequence break that without a problem.
Well, we got red mail over on the left sand pit, but he's not going to be going out of his way for that.
Red mail and another energy tank, if I saw correctly.
That you did.
Alright, so sand pit's, not offering too much. Oh, right. Swamp Palace is green. Thank you for that reminder, chat. So yeah, those hoping for something absolutely required on the pedestal, may not happen.
Yeah, technically Ice Palace, but again, we can, fake flipper that if we really wanted to. But in the meantime, Cantaloupeme got to take on Butwoo.
Well, that and, Swamp Palace is a pendant.
I said Ice Palace.
I think you misunderstood me there. It's not a big deal.
No, I'm saying, Ice Palace technically requires the flippers to get to it, but we can fake flipper that. And with Swamp Palace being a pendant, yeah. It's not absolutely required, but logically it is.
Yeah. Alright, botch wound down. Alright, Cantaloupeme has speed, and... Alright, we don't have to worry about that heart piece.
Nope. Oh, I think he's going... it was trying to go for the Shine Spark for the full halfie, but not going to pull it off on this.
And no saving. Cantaloupeme feels that he can pull it off right now. Was that just a heart piece before Dragon?
That's what it looked like to me too, yeah.
Alright, so I am no expert when it comes to particular food items, but I know some people like to compare Dragon to a shrimp. So, Shades, how do you like your shrimp?
Well, in this case, we're going to probably have it a little burnt because he's going to be blasted with explosives. Also, got to call out the Keiko Love from the mini Dragons there. All of them had their movement patterns to spell out the words Keiko Love. Rather more recent discovery that was, or more like revelation, as one of the developers the developer created that finally revealed that in an interview a couple of years ago. Yeah, sadly, we do only have one strat for beating Dragon here, which is going to be, at best, you could use Shine Sparks if you're good, but otherwise, you're pumping this thing full of missiles.
I mean, I've heard of beer battering, but missile battering? I don't think it has the same flavor. Alright, Ovokjam now has Quake. And, well, there you go. Shrimp's on the menu.
We go to Australia because I think we just put another shrimp on the barbie.
So what's Dragon even hiding?
Let's hope we get something good out of it. Nope.
Still, it was a required boss kill. So, while we are currently going through some minor retreads, this is a good time to remind everyone to please follow our runners, Cantaloupeme and Ovokjam, along with my commentary partner, Shades, and our tracker, iBot02.
And don't forget our my commentary partner over here, Wolfman2000. Definitely give him a follow as well.
Now, those of you watching the chat may notice some extra links for our runners. As a reminder, this tournament is sponsored by Rank 1 Global. Rank 1 is a platform where everything is about our shared passion for games, centered around our aliases rather than our social security numbers. It's a place where you're able to share and preserve all the amazing moments you experience playing games and connecting to others just like you. Go to rank1.global for additional information.
Since we got a lull in the race, right, I can actually tell you, I actually have checked out Rank 1 Global. It's a nice little, it's basically a gaming social media. You can, again, share moments, let everyone know what games you're playing, what are your favorites. It's a nice little simple setup. I would definitely give it a shot.
I have a profile myself, but I'll probably update it a little bit more in a week or so. Because there's plenty of gaming action to watch and pay attention to. I don't know if I'm going to have a lot of time to play right now.
Yeah, I hear you there. I'm pretty sure between my own stuff and this tournament, I'm going to be keeping myself very busy for a while.
Alright, Cantaloupeme going to the Ice Beam area, and we'll pick up that ether. So now I'm just trying to figure out... Yeah, we are effectively a hammer away from either no mode or go mode, depending on what it is.
Yeah, it depends on who finds it first. If Ovokjam finds it first, it's no mode. But I believe if Cantaloupeme finds it, it will be full go mode. Actually, hold that thought. Oh, no, never mind. I'm thinking normal Link to the Past. Yeah. Because otherwise, I was almost thinking Flute, but then again, you can go through the back way in Lower Norfair to get to Misery Myers. So no, yeah, Hammer's all we're missing.
As a reminder, this combo randomizer has 4 entryways or 4 caves that can take you to the other game. We've already seen the 2 common ones: Criteria to Northwest Lake Hylia, and Upper Norfair to Light World Death Mountain. There are 2 others. The one in Meridia, just before Dragon, that takes you to Southeast Dark World, where in some entrance shuffle modes, that's known as the Dark World Shopping Mall. Or Dark World Ice Cave version if you need another comparison. But the other one we're talking about, right above where you get the screw attack, that is where you will find a path to right side Mire Shed in the haunted wasteland of Dark World.
Basically, the way we did this is that we took 4 of the entrances that are pretty much never used in vanilla or even most randomizers outside of entrance shuffle, and turned those into cross-game entrances.
And yes, Cantaloupeme did pick up the ice rod.
And I should also mention that the 4 entrances that were used in the Super Metroid side, I believe, were all map rooms.
Not all of them. After all, there are 2 warps in Norfair and none in Brinstar.
Fair point. So I was close.
Now, I believe 2 of them are map rooms. The other 2, if anything, may be like a missile recharge room or something.
That makes sense.
And, oh, it's an energy refill station above the screw attack. Oh. So, if anything, anyone that likes to do suitless Meridia strategies may not necessarily like this combo miser much.
More specifically, I think it's suitless Lower Norfair is the real pain.
Yeah.
Hell Run in Lower Norfair, that's never fun. I have seen countless runners, no matter how good they are, try to do a Hell Run in Lower Norfair and get absolutely destroyed because you have to be you have to have a really good amount of health, and even then, it drains fast.
Oh well, I at least know I will not be the next Oats and Goats. Alright, Ovak taking out Dragon. Oh, gets grabbed by the, I don't know what you call those things, but breaks out.
The only time you want that happening is if you have grapple beams so that you can grab onto those broken turrets and deep fry them. Yeah, that was actually a strat I learned about reading Nintendo Power, is that when you break those turrets, those electrical fields, they actually do serve a purpose. If you grapple them while Dragon's holding you, the electricity passes through you, still damages you, but nothing compared to what he would do. And it would shock Dragon, and it almost kills him instantly.
How come the electricity doesn't shock you once you expose it immediately?
You would think, right? Because you're underwater. And electricity is supposed to basically conduct very well underwater. That should be like insta-death, but my only guess is that it disperses enough that Samus's suit can handle it, but when you grapple it, it's a direct feed, so it's obviously going to shock you there. Yeah, the suit must be insulated.
I'm wondering if the missile shooter or the energy shooter is also insulated, but yeah, direct connection, it doesn't care, as Cantaloupeme picks up the silver arrows.
Well, in the game, but he can still find, he's still got a couple uses for it. Pod's still in play, and of course, Misery Mire, Vitreous goes down real quick to those delicious silver arrows.
And look at this, Ovokjam is actually heading to Dark World right now. Probably just to get back to Link to the Past quickly, because right now we do not have the mirror, so a save quit would take us back to Light World. The problem, these, not exactly roly-polies, but I don't know what else you call them.
This one's being stubborn.
I don't remember toys being this tough to manage. I don't even know if they could be destroyed.
I don't think they can. I think they are completely invulnerable. Oh, there we go. They all found their way over to that,
Well, there you go. Ovak back in Link to the Past. As Cantaloupeme picks up another energy tank.
Yeah, but since he's got speed booster, the lava's about to rise, so he's gonna have to make a break for it.
Fortunately, it's easy to hold down the run button.
Alright, so looking at my tracker at this point, I have to say it. Unless you want to do, since we know the Smith itself was out, you don't want to have to go out of your way for purple chest. I'd say Lower Norfair is the play.
I agree. Lower Norfair will give us 10 checks right now. And, we get to take out a required boss at the same time. We are decently equipped, but at the same time, I would only make that recommendation for Cantaloupeme. And that's because I'm not the best at aiming. And if you were to miss all of your missiles and super missiles without charge beam, Ridley becomes unbeatable.
Yeah, I think for Ovokjam, he's making the right call right now. He's going to Rick's ship. Because we know that Rick's ship is loaded with items that he needs to get now.
However, Cantaloupeme, I think, wants to go to Lower Norfair.
He's got both suits. He's got a decent amount of health. The only thing he's missing is a few extra super missiles, but he's got charge ice. I don't see any reason not to go to Lower Norfair in his case.
So, as a reminder, chat, we definitely require the hammer. The flippers are nice to have, but they are technically logically required, but I think both of our runners know how to fake flipper to get into Ice Palace. So it's just the hammer that we're looking for.
Also, Asder actually in the chat just double-checked those roly-poly enemies. They are completely invulnerable.
Well, there you go. We need more toys that are Tonka tough. I don't know.
No, they're classic Nintendo tough. Because if you've ever seen how Nintendo consoles fared, those things were like nearly indestructible half the time.
Ah, yes, made out of Nintendium.
Yeah. Old story that I remember was a Nintendo Game Boy that was caught in a fire, melted, and the buttons barely, like, almost didn't work at all, but the thing still turned on. Things still worked properly. They plugged it. I think the cartridge was melted into it, so the only thing you could ever play on it was Tetris, but it still worked. It might have been a bomb blast. That might have been what it was. I know whatever it was, it melted the Game Boy down. Oh no! Ovokjam got the enraged state.
And without the charge beam, which is locked behind Phantoon, we have to do this the long way and the hard way. Still, if we are able to shoot a lot of those fires out at the right spot, then we can at least regain most of our health.
And he's got a decent amount of health, so it's not too detrimental to him. It's not going to devastate and risk him dying, but it's still something you don't want to have to deal with if you can avoid it.
All right.
And now, Cantaloupeme has arrived in Lower Norfair.
And Ovokjam was I was one hit away.
That's usually how it goes.
And Cantaloupeme's going right side first, ignoring the golden Chorizo check.
I guess the feeling is that, given all the other checks he's going to make along the way, if he needs to go check Gold Teresa... Oh?
Never. I forgot about that gate glitch.
Clever boy. Let's see what we got down here over at Screw Attack. Nothing but some love.
And now... we can actually full clear Meyer.
Yeah. And he's got Meyer's Shed to check too, so this is actually a really good play on his end.
Bombos was what we needed for a frame of reference, so early Thievestown dip was expected.
Clearly. Let's see, we got some more bombs. And some more missiles. And yeah, chat points out, at this point, we can call it Turtle Rock. Don't even need to touch it. Because the only item the one item we need to get into it is the last item we're looking for go mode. So once we get it, we don't need to go there into Turtle Rock anymore. So yeah, say goodbye.
I mean, the only reason we would have to enter Turtle Rock is if one of our runners wasn't comfortable with fake flippering and the flippers happened to be there, but I don't think we have to worry about that particular issue.
No, that's not likely to happen. Alright, so we got 2 non-dungeon items in Misery Mire. There's a lot of chests, but most of them are keys. So we're looking for 2 possible items. Could one of them be that ever so elusive hammer?
Come on, Wizrobes, out of the way, please.
I've always hated those things. And again, I hate any kind of whack-a-mole enemy like that.
Here's the thing. It's a whack-a-mole enemy with punch to it.
Exactly my point.
I concede that. How quick is this Mire if we were to go mode the place?
Not God Mire tonight.
I mean, unless second chest has it.
Then it's Demigod Mire. Gotta put that blue cane to use. Nope. Just more keys, please.
I didn't realize that Link was about to become the master of unlocking at this rate.
As long as he doesn't get smashed by a wall master and turn into a Link sandwich.
Alright, going pure left side first. Not necessarily a bad idea.
No, usually the vote. Ooh, Spazer, considering we haven't found Plasma yet, that's actually not too bad.
I believe it does increase our beam power a little bit, not too much.
Now, for the worst cutscene in Link to the Past, not the longest, because they're all about the same length, but you're just literally sitting there watching the screen shake for a minute doing nothing.
And there we go. Ovokjam finally sees that bow. And the big...
Hey, want a vanilla ice cream?
No thank you. Trying to watch how much I eat these days. But yep, that was a vanilla big key.
Alright, well, more for me then.
Feel free.
Alright. And there's our other item, so that's it. He didn't even have to check the big chest. He's done. He's going to go straight to Viddy.
Now, the charge beam is right above Ovokjam. Oh, I don't
Right
know.
idea, wrong execution.
Yeah, I think the intent was to jump straight up there, but there we go. And I think he saw it.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I want that. I want that now.
Oh!
Oh! All's head at that time. Gotta be quicker than that.
Yeah, the tricky part here is if you use the speed booster to get up, you have to be pretty much aligned with the wall in order to get this.
Oh! There we go. And so while Ovokjam is about to go bowling, Cantaloupeme is going to have a taste of archery instead. Thankfully with those silver arrows, this will be a real quick fight. One shot each with the little eyeballs, and then 2 for the big boy.
A 1, a 2, a done. You know, I just thought of something nasty.
What?
This may still be an Aga-required seed.
How?
Hammer on Pyramid Fairy.
Oh, crap, you're right. I just realized what you're getting at. Oh, gee. So to explain what we're getting at here, we still don't have access to left side Dark World right now. At all. Because we don't have flippers, and we don't have hammer. Those are the only 2 ways to get into the left side Dark World at this point. If we don't find either one of those items soon, then we have to do Aga to get there. So yeah, this late in the game, we may still have a small chance at an Aga seed.
Alright.
Oh!
Ovok has Ice Beam, Cantaloupeme,
Tried to Shine Spark, but jumped the wrong way.
yeah. And how high does that acid rise up?
High enough. Thankfully, he's got enough health. He gets through it quickly enough. On to the worst room in the game.
These golden pirates, they shoot quickly, they jump quickly. If you come here without screw attack, oh, it's a pain.
Yeah, at least he has space jump. Otherwise, you would understand why this is called the worst room in the game.
Alright, into... Hi there, Mickey. Glad to see you have plasma for us.
That's nice to find.
And now I forgot what this room is called, but it's the annoying one where if you're not careful, Well, you have to go all the way down and then all the way up and hope the lava doesn't get you. Okay, chat is saying amphitheater.
That's what I was trying to remember too. Yeah, the amphitheater. Because it's just a giant room. Thankfully, Cantaloupeme now has enough supers. You know, 30 is the minimum, is pretty much all you need, and he's got 60 max, so he should be good.
And now Ovok is in Eastern to finish this place up.
Gonna head over and Cantaloupe gonna check power bombs. A shame. Nope, just some missiles.
Which means we are now going to have an encounter with the Common Rider Pirates. No dexes allowed.
Wow, taking my gimmick this time. Yeah. The reason we call these the Rider Pirates is because they're bug-like enemies that are notorious for their drop kicks. So it's an homage to the classic 1960 superhero series that still continues to this day. Kamen Rider. Rider kick. I always love it when I can time it just as he's doing the kick. 1971. Thank you for the correction. I should know that, considering that's one of the things I do on my channel is I talk about Kamen Rider all the time.
Well, we were watching television. Sorry. I enjoy that part of the tune a little too much.
And it's always nice to see in the chat that we got quite a few Kamen Rider fans in the chat. I appreciate that personally.
I admit I was going for a different reference there, but
Oh, I know what you were going for. I know exactly what you were going for.
well, for now, let's have a go with Ridley, shall we?
Let's kill a Durgan.
Remember, Ridley is one of the few bosses that doesn't spit out ammo or health replenishing stuff. What you come in with is what you have. And thanks to those 9 power bombs, if Cantaloupeme's in a bind, no crystal flash available.
Yep. But Cantaloupeme is a good runner. I give him a lot of credit. I've seen him run before, so I think he could pull this off.
Yeah, Ridley is definitely becoming more and more red. And
red enough. There's the kamikaze kill.
I still don't get how or why that happens, for the record.
I think it was supposed. I get the feeling there was a programming bug there, because I get the feeling that it is supposed to do a significant amount of damage as a desperation thing, but I think they forgot to program it. Again, it's just a theory, but I get the feeling that's what happened there.
Well, whatever you call it. That is all 4 Super Metroid primary bosses down for Cantaloupeme.
Yep. In terms of items, all we've got left is, we never checked Gold Chorizo, so all we've got left after this is the Norfair Escape, as Ovokjam taking those silver arrows and just decimating the Armos Knights.
And yeah, once we clear out Lower Norfair, the only locations left in Super Metroid, Plasma Beam Room, Waterway, and I don't remember the specific name, but Criteria Shine Room.
Shaft Supers.
Thank you. And as far as Link to the Past side goes, we have Purple Chest. I still don't think I've seen either runner go for Dark Cross yet. We have the Mushroom Turn-In. And, well, I've mentioned that Aga may be required.
With each item we find, we get one step closer to that.
In the meantime, I think Ovokjam now wants to head to Lornor Fair.
Well, now that he's got it. Oh, there it is! There it is!
Hammer by Fire Fleas.
Oh, that is probably a sigh of relief coming from Cantaloupeme. He's like, oh, thank God I don't have to go to Aga now. I can just go over here. So as he gets through this ridiculous maze of jumps and morphing and everything else in between, I'll be able to finally make that call.
Yeah, you may need to, I think my watch is a little messed up. Let me tinker with it. Go ahead.
Yes! So, ladies and gentlemen, if you check your phones, your watches, your timekeeping devices at this time, you will find that Cantaloupeme has officially entered Go-Mo time.
That stupid piece of Subconian junk. Yeah, I don't think we have to worry about any additional items, though, well, there's some missiles in, Franker Z.
Yeah, we don't have to worry about that Thieves Town Big Chest anymore now that we got the hammer. It's like, oh, wait, we don't need to go there anymore. Hallelujah.
Yeah, and while some of the navigation may be annoying if we don't have the mirror, as some in chat are pointing out, we have enough.
Actually, because the mirror is not required, I believe it could be found in Ganon's Tower.
It could be, yes. However, the only guarantee we have is that the flippers will not be in GT.
Yeah. Because, again, by logic, the flippers are required, but I'm almost certain Cantaloupeme knows how to fake flipper.
Now Ovok heading over to Misery Mire. And oh, look at this. Cantaloupeme is rewarded by checking the cathedral.
Almost thought he was going to pass that up, but nope. He's going to be armed with some nice, smooth butter.
I now have to wonder what a margarine sword looks like.
Probably just slightly brighter yellow.
Fair enough. Now, wait a second.
Where are you going, Cantaloupeme? You're not doing what I think you're about to do, are you?
Both Hera and Turtle Rock are pendants.
Yeah, could we have been mistaken and Cantaloupeme feels he needs flippers? No, he's going to Hera.
Or ether tablet.
That's true too. I think I'm right that he does feel like he needs flippers, but hopefully that doesn't mean we're gonna have to do a Turtle Rock dive. No, he's going to Hera.
I mean, Hera's on the way to ether, so it's not that big of a... Wow, going straight to the lobby chest instead of the first basement? Oh no.
You thinking what I'm thinking?
Miss Mark Tracker?
I'm getting that gut feeling.
I think Cantaloupe's realized it.
Yeah, he stopped for a minute. He's like, wait a minute. Either that or he just looked at the tracker wrong. He was like, oh, Terra Hera's a crystal. I need to go take care of that. Wait a minute.
So, the Link to the Past dungeons are set up so that if you're in a pendant dungeon, it plays the Light World dungeon music, and if you're in the Dark World, and if you're in a Crystal dungeon, it's the Dark World music. And I think either the music helped tip them off, or perhaps just double checking the tracker in case maybe playing without audio coming through the headset or whatever.
Yeah, something tipped him off that it was like, wait a minute, something ain't right here. Okay, so now he's going to Desert, which he hasn't done this yet, so this is a much smarter call. And to be fair, this was he map checked that hours ago. It could be very easy to forget if, whether or not a dungeon was marked a certain way, and if you mismarked it, it's very easy to forget to double check that.
Hey, I can confirm. I've played some randos that allow auto tracking, and I've still misread my own notes. That'll be the last time I hopefully dive into Temple of Droplets without it being required. Yeah. Cantaloupeme trying to get through Desert as quickly as possible. Ovok doing the same with Meyer. But advantage is full on Cantaloupeme's side. Yep,
because Desert's a pretty quick fight. And outside of that, they both have the same dungeons to do with that hammer. Cantaloupeme's going to get to those a lot quicker. He's already defeated all the Super Metroid bosses. Advantage is fully on Cantaloupme's side.
And there's that big key, so time to head all the way to the other end of Desert. And, was Ovok trying to do something spooky? Because that fire rod was equipped for a bit. And, chat, the Billy Mays location was checked, but it had nothing important today.
Yeah, we saw that earlier. I think Ovok checked that earlier.
It was one of them that checked it, but it was reset out because of lack of power bombs.
That's right. That's right. And actually, I think that was Cantaloupe that did that.
Now, Ovok, ready to go eye to eye. Well, there goes the eye. And as Ovok finishes off Vitreous, Cantaloupeme is about to start the Lanmolas fight.
With those silver arrows, once it goes, actually, yeah, with those silver arrows, very easy fight. No trouble at all. Now Ovok on his way to Ridley. And once he gets done with that, he will be on his way to go mode. By the way, shout out to our tracker. We need to mark the charge beam on Ovok's side. I know he picked that up. Oh, we're actually going to see what's over here with the gold chorizo. We missed this earlier.
All right.
We didn't get to see this earlier.
You're right. What is at the showcase showdown area? Okay, Bob Barker, we get it. We need to see the items. All right, backstage. I couldn't tell yet. The actual wheel is power bombs.
Yep. He's trying to get up there to see. Come on, there you go. Nothing.
And yep, Cantaloupeme is going for that fake flipper. Gets it.
All right, so yep, there's no doubt about it now. It is go mode. And though if there's one dungeon that's still a pain in the butt, even in go mode, it's Ice Palace.
Indeed. Multiple floors of falling down, and if you run out of magic or bombs, it is a pain. Especially since we do not have the magic mirror to warp us out in an emergency. Come on, Pengators, be nice. Thank you.
So at this point, all Cantaloupeme is looking for are the keys. He wants at least a few good couple small keys, and the big key. Once he gets that, he's done. And then if he finds anything else along the way that's helpful, like, the wave beam or screw attack or anything else, again, cherry on top of the sundae.
Even then, we may not need the big key. Oh gosh, we are about to see a recent glitch and gets it.
Wow, that is a new one. Yeah, I have never seen that before. Icebreaker.
Yep. Basically breaking the intended logic of Ice Palace entirely with precise movements and usage of Cane of Samaria. So, yeah, we're good on keys.
I've seen a similar glitch like to that done in. Oh, there's the big key, so that takes care of that problem. I've seen a similar glitch done like that in Swamp Palace too. So and that's a rather new trick as well. So they're basically the same kind of trick. It's just done differently here.
Yeah, that one I believe is called Diver Down.
That's the one.
But the advantage of going this way... Oh, in this case, we do need the big key because we never hit the crystal switch.
Good point. So it's a good thing we got that. So as long as he just goes, and he's just going to go straight to Cold Stare. As long as he doesn't open up that door there on the right, he's good to go. Actually, no, he can't even do that. He doesn't have enough keys for it. So yeah, he's good. I bring that up because I saw a race where a guy used a key, open up that door, and because of that, he ran out of keys and got himself soft locked.
I'm pretty sure the logic is designed so that even if you were to open that door, you couldn't be soft locked.
He used Ice Palace bomb jump, and that's what caused him to soft lock.
That could do it.
The only way he could have gotten out is if he had done the other the other bomb jump in the hookshot room.
Oh.
Yeah, he was not happy about that, let me tell you. Wow, very quick Cold Stare flight. Nicely done.
And of course, there was another one of those small keys, as Ovok picks up Plasma. I still remember when this combo rando was, you know, released kind of early, and everyone was hoping to get 4 hours. And now look at this. We may have a sub 3 in this tournament.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we had a sub 3. Even with all the craziness of the seed I ran last night, one of our runners did have a sub 3. So that's becoming a lot more common now, which I do like, because, yeah, these seeds can get exhausting. I remember the last tournament where 3 hours was the norm.
And I still ended up on some 5-hour seeds. But it is nice to see that, as this combo randomizer has been out for a little bit longer, the runners have gotten better at it.
Oh.
Firefly, I was trying to explain. You don't have to interrupt my explanation here.
Yeah. Ovok being... Oh, okay, Crystal Flash. Good
Smart.
call. Meanwhile, Cantaloupeme heading on his way to a Dr. Bob task likes to call the Mullet Mansion. Why do we call it that? Well, it's very simple, my friends. When it comes to Palace of Darkness, most of the keys tends to be towards the front of the dungeon, while most of the non-dungeon items you're going to be looking for, in most cases, obviously this is an exception, they'll be located towards the back. So like any mullet, it's business in the front, party in the back.
My hair would never work as a mullet.
Mine neither. Trust me. I have really curly hair. If I try to grow my hair out at all, it just turns into a nasty, nasty looking thing.
Now, Cantaloupeme, I did not pay attention to the first chest that you opened, but you need both a big key and a small key in order to get through here. Oh, there's the small.
I don't think he's gonna, unless he finds the big key right here. He's gonna go deeper in, and he's just getting what.
Oh my goodness! How?
Wolfman, you have now suffered from a case of what I like to call foot-in-mouth disease. The symptoms are simple. Open mouth, insert foot.
It doesn't matter what I call. This always happens eventually.
We just got God Pod. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. I don't ask that often, but please, someone.
Clip that. Please clip that. Commentator's blessing.
Ovok going after the common pirates. Fun fact, I did not roll this seed. None of us actually roll them.
Yeah, we have a bot for that now, I believe.
Yeah, an official tournament-sanctioned bot handles the generation of these seeds, so there is no human bias.
Unless you want to count who activates the bot.
No, it's not even us anymore. It's programmatically handled somehow.
Ah, fair enough.
Anyway, Cantaloupeme going up against King Helmassar. 17 hammer swings does it, and then 2 gold sword swings. With that, you know what, Shades? We've had viewers for a bit. They should have some fun, right?
Oh, absolutely, my friend. In fact, do we have the bot active for this?
We have a dedicated bot for this?
I thought we did. No, we were getting called out for this last time. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me see if I can do this. Let me test this. I guess not. Okay, never mind. Oh,
We got
never mind. iBot, you are a blessing. So, yes, ladies and gentlemen, there are 22 possible locations inside of Ganon's Tower where that big key could be hiding. Get your guesses in chat. Where do you think that big key is going to be? I'm going to stick to my lucky number 13, but I am not the first one to have called that number. Thank you, Old Man Sunshine, for the clip.
And that is correct. You cannot. No fancy telephone ad commercial seeds can get in on this one. Ovok taking out Ridley right now. Has plenty of ammo to do it.
Actually, I think that means if he's taking on Ridley again, he died earlier because he was on the Warfare Escape a minute ago. So, yeah, that's not...
You're right. I had missed that. I mean, either that or Ovok went for the items in Escape first. Some runners do that. Not many to my knowledge.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was just double checking something. I think we're okay, but yep, we are about to enter Ganon's Tower.
Indeed. So it's, if you haven't got your guesses now, hurry up because time's almost up. All right. iBot, close the bot. I guess. All right. So I'll count off the chests. Follow along with me, folks. Let's find out how many chests it takes to find that big key. Starting off at number 1. That looks like a small key there. Power bombs. Number 2. It's gonna choose to go left side. Number 3 being the tour. Oh, Ovokjam takes another death on Ridley.
Oh, I just saw that.
Oh, he is not having much luck on that one. He's got a good complement of health. I'm not sure what the struggle is. He's just not having much luck. I mean, he's geared up.
It
All right,
may
number
be
4. Big key at number 4.
Well, there we go. I mean, it could also be a question of mobility. I mean, well, we do have the actual mobility here. Oh, there's the mirror. Nice.
Did I call it earlier or did I call it? Also, shout out to Wolfkemos for winning the big key guessing game tonight. You're going to be getting some points on our little gig key leaderboard. Congratulations.
And now, these red, I always forget if these are the mimics or the gorillas. I've heard
Those are
both.
the mimics.
Okay. Alright, past the spikes.
And the only time in the light world, if I recall correctly, that you'll see Igors. Or the only time in the dark world, I should say, you'll see Igors.
Yeah, that... I believe you're right on that, but now it is time for the gauntlet.
Oh boy. I never liked the gauntlet.
Nothing wrong with using ether if it's your first time and you have plenty of magic. But in this case, bow, silvers, gold sword, we're good on munitions for this.
Yeah. The only thing he didn't get was the red mail, but he didn't need it.
Oh, Lanmo's being stubborn.
Always. Doesn't help that he grabbed that bunny beam, which does reset their pattern. And no, I do not think Cantaloupeme has the swag net. I don't think we ever found that.
We never found a bug net. The bug net is not a required item. It's a helpful item, but it's not a required item.
Oh, it's just the chat being the chat.
I know.
You want to tell him to go back and get the swag net? Be my guest. Let me know how that turns out for you.
There's only so much I can influence the chat here when it's not a big marathon event. Now, how many keys does Cantaloupeme have? Oh, plenty of them.
He's good. He's got this.
And passing on consolation chest.
I think we can safely assume he's not going to be picking up the inevitable conclusion.
Some runners like to do so anyway, partially because, you know, a bad Aga 2 fight and you'd have to respawn the chest anyway, so there is a legitimate strategy to doing so, but Cantaloupeme thinks, and rightfully so, that he can pull it off at this point. Still, this bumper room's annoying. I just like to use cape and dash through.
Yeah, well, he couldn't do that if he wanted to. He doesn't have cape.
You're right, we didn't find that either. Alright, who's ready for some geometry? Or is it trigonometry?
Cualquiera de los dos. Looks like he's getting some good hits there. And that's... Wow, I think that's what? 3, 2, 1?
Either that or 2-3-1. I couldn't get a... I had like a minor blip on my end, but yeah, it was still...
I think that's on his end, because I've been getting the same thing this whole time. But nonetheless, now it's time for the big pig.
Yes. We do not have to worry about a Ganondorf Dragmire here. We just have to worry about one Mandrag Ganon. It's in the instruction book. Look it up. Ganon will take care of food soon enough. Just give us a little bit. You're jumping ahead of on the script here.
Yeah, we'll have some nice juicy bacon here in just a little bit. Don't worry. Granted, you probably won't be able to get to enjoy it because you are the bacon, but still.
Not what I meant, but also works. Uh-oh. Ovok is very low health right now, trying to take out Ridley. And most of those super missiles are used. Ridley's getting kind of red. There we go.
I think he's going to probably take some time and grind some health and stuff before he tries to escape again, because he is way too low.
And in the meantime, Cantaloupeme is already in phase 4 of Ganon.
And since he's got silver arrows, he's going to have no problem finishing this fight. This is going to be over real quick.
And I think we also got a torch glitch active.
Not really sure if he needed it, because he's got half magic. He's got he's got the silvers. He's good, but nonetheless, there's our bacon.
All right, everyone. Get your single G's in chat as Cantaloupeme is about to cross the Bridge of Destiny and only complete half of the destiny. Remember, in this Compromiser, we have to beat both games. And so, back to Super Metroid we go. Loadout 16025.
Though he does have one small disadvantage. He's actually, I think, he's only one E-Tank short compared to Ovokjam. Still more than enough, but... And, oh, he's got a reserve tank. So, yeah, he's good. Never mind. We're good.
Actually, Cantaloupeme has 2 reserve tanks. I mean, it's 1 or 2. I don't remember who checked alpha missiles, but those alpha missile checks may have been wiped away with the earlier check to Billy May, so I'm presuming same amount of health.
Unlikely. Either way, he's got more than enough for what he needs to do. Plus, he's got Charge Ice Plasma. He should be fine.
Yeah, we didn't find Wave Beam, Screw Attack, Spring Ball, High Jump Boots.
Well, to be fair, we had with getting that hammer, a lot of checks opened up. Those things could be anywhere. I mean, we never checked Swamp because, well, Mirror was in Ganon's Tower. We never fully cleared Pod. We never even touched Turtle Rock. We still got stuff like Catfish, Pyramid Fairy, Pyramid Ledge. We still got that back chest in Thieves Town still sitting around. Also, Purple Chest in Peg Cave.
Well, what do we currently have on Cantaloupeme's side?
We got Metroids.
Metroids that like to hug you. You either need Ice Beam and missiles or supers, or if they grab you, 3 power bombs will do the trick.
And yes, chat, Cantaloupeme did get Plasma, so he should be good. The only thing we didn't get was Wave. Thankfully, with Charge Ice Plasma, he doesn't have to worry about going through his wasting his super missiles, because even if he runs out, he can still hit Mother Brain with the Charge Ice Plasma combo, so he should be good.
And now, you know what's coming, Shades.
It's baby time.
Now you may be wondering, what are we talking about when it comes to a baby? Well, let's see. At the start of this game, there was a whole intro cutscene that we skipped about trying to bring some baby Metroid. That's huge.
Oh, didn't bother facing right. That's going to slow him down tiny little bit.
And Ovok finally has the hammer.
Ovok has officially hit go mode. Plus, of course, he needs the flippers for some reason. Oh, keep your eye on Ovok real quick. He is running dangerously low on health. Oh, he needs to get some health from these hunters.
Or a power bomb. Oh, no, wait. Power bomb won't help. Not enough supers.
Nope. He's got a little tiny bit of health, but it's not going to be enough. It's going to be very close.
We'll keep an eye on Ovok. But in the meantime, Cantaloupeme is about to take care of a complaint. You see, Ganon wanted food earlier, and of course, where else do you go for food outside of the kingdom than McBrainy's? We just have to get through the security gates over here and get our food, or rather deliver some complaints to head chef Mother Brain. Of course, asking for an order of missiles and super missiles to the face doesn't really help with that, but What can I say? Mother Brain was trying to turn the Metroids into an energy source and then probably discard the husks as actual food herself, but no one ever said that all chefs were kind. And of course, if you choose to go with the violent approach, Mother Brain gets angry, and you never want to anger a chef. You know what's on the menu, right, Shades?
Oh, you better believe I do, my friend. We've got tater tots, we've got onion rings, we got french fries, we got some delicious ketchup beams later on, and of course, for dessert, a nice little bit of rainbow beam sherbet.
The brain freeze is always the most dangerous. Well, there was some ketchup, fortunately able to dodge just fine. Oh, nice bounce on the tater tot or chicken nugget, depending on what you call it, and here we go. Incoming brain freeze!
No stand-up glitch tonight.
If you ever wanted to know why Samus eventually has an issue with cold, perhaps this may explain it. That and the whole Metroid Fusion storyline, but yeah.
This probably didn't help all that much.
Of course, Mother Brain now gets a taste of her own medicine. Thank you, young hatchling. No, hatchling. It's another term for a child. Chat is starting to get meta on us.
Isn't that what they do best?
Point. But while chat is certainly giving us a good time, Mother Brain is giving the baby Metroid a hard time. It's very weak.
Oh!
The last Metroid has been destroyed. The galaxy is angry. With that Hyper Beam, Cantaloupeme is keeping Mother Brain back.
And down it goes. That is the end of Mother Brain.
Oh, at least, let's see. Queen is down. We've already had our... Wait, we never had the escape sequence early on. Oh, crap!
Nope, we've got 3 minutes to get out of Dodge! You know, actually, it was funny. We were talking about this last night during my other commentary. You know, people were asking, why doesn't Samus keep the Hyper Beam after this game? And actually, there's a logical reasoning behind it, because think about this. Samus only got the Hyper Beam after getting supercharged by the last essence of the baby Metroid. That's not something that's going to be permanent. The suit was not designed to handle an influx of energy like that. I'm willing to bet it eventually wore off, and Samus is not going to be able to access it again on their own.
Well, that and if we had to take canon into approach, the last of the baby was literally wiped off of Samus before we actually got into gameplay for Metroid Other M, but that requires us to actually acknowledge that game, so never mind.
So yeah, there's a reason why the Hyper Beam doesn't stick around. Besides, you don't want to have Metroid guts all over you for too long. I'm pretty sure that stuff would get nasty after a while.
Alright, Cantaloupeme, are you going to?
Nope.
No.
But, so with that, Cantaloupeme will now reach the end. Ladies and gentlemen, Cantaloupeme takes first place with an official SRL time of 2 hours, 40 minutes, and 25 2.
Get your GGs in chat, folks. All right, let's see if we can get him in for an interview, shall we?
Looks like we shall. Give him just a minute to get himself set up. And we have Cantaloupeme joining us here in the channel right now. Cantaloupe, congratulations on your victory.
Holy crap, what a seed.
I know!
Yeah.
That was a PB for me. I've never completed one that fast, ever.
Wow, congrats!
My PB, it was like a 247, I think, was my PB before that, but there was just, it was so weird. When I got Hammer and Norfair, I came out, and I went to Tower of Hera. Well, I had it marked wrong. I heard the pendant music, and I was like, wait a minute. And then I looked at my tracker again. I was like, wait, I could fake flippers in the Ice Palace. Let's get this crap done.
You know, we saw that as it was happening. We're like, did he mismark his tracker? Because why would he go into Tower of Hera? And then we saw you stop. We're like, he just realized it, didn't he?
Yeah. I heard the sound, and I was like, okay. And then as I was going through Desert, I was sitting there just double checking everything. I was like, do I have what I... I just got a fake flipper. That's all I have to do. And I was like, yeah, I can do Icebreaker to get through ice if I find the big key. And and there's a bunch of chests right there. So I was like, let's just clear out that right side, and got the big key. I was like, let's go.
So before we continue with that, I need to at least bring up something that happened that's kind of important for newer players to pay attention to on Ovok's side. So both of you had done the initial Icebreaker sequence break, but somehow Ovok was missing a small key.
Mm-hmm.
In the room where you would normally, like where you see the colored blocks and the boss key door is up at the top, if you go to the room to the right, you can pick up a small key if you never got one before, and I think that's where Ovok struggled a little bit before taking the death.
Yeah, that I knew. I didn't know that key was there. But I just saw the amount of keys. I'm like, yeah, I got what I need. We good.
I mean, when you can ice break through Ice Palace, yeah, one key is all you need, apparently. And then, okay, something I just don't get how this happened, but I am going to send you the clip that one of the runners made.
Oh, okay.
How did you pull off the God Pod?
I have no idea. That was just I always, if I have arrows, I always do the right side first. That's always been my strat. And so I got that small key, and then I just said, if you could have heard my mic, of course I had to mute it. I was like, come on, big key, blankety blank, be right here. And when I opened that chest, the amount of words that came out of my mouth was definitely not ready for the stream. I was just, I was like, what? And I just went ahead and went with it, obviously. And then, so, and, by the time I got done with that, and then, I was like, yeah, I just couldn't believe it. That usually I have really horrible luck in randos, but this is just one, everything just flowed really well. The only mistake I think I made before Norfair, because there was nothing in Meridia at all.
Yeah, pretty much. But it was funny. The reason we show you that clip is because literally just as you were entering the room to get the small key, Wolfman here was talking about like needing the small and big key to get in up there, and like there's no way that's gonna happen. And of course, boom, boom, and I'm just sitting over here laughing my butt off listening to you.
Same.
Yeah, I'll check out the highlight later. I'm not going to look at it right now and everything, but yeah, I'll definitely check it out. But yeah, it was just so weird. Everything just flowed well, and I was worried in the beginning because I didn't have any bombs to clear out the rest of Kakariko. I went back, and I'm glad I went back. I ended up finding the master But that was one thing I was worried about because I like to clear out Kakariko because there's so many checks, and I have been burned so many times by not going back for one of those chests I didn't have a bomb for.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that. There was one check that I honestly was really scared was going to come up because both of you had to orphan these down big chest. And we know it still had an item in it, and we're like, ugh! But thankfully that by the time you ended up finding the hammer, you were already in go mode, so you were like, okay, I don't need to worry about that anymore.
Yeah, the thing I was laughing about the most, so after I got the big key in Ganon's tower, I was just going to take a death spot, take a death to get back to the beginning. I was like, let's open up these chests. I could find Wave Beam, and then I found the mirror. I was like, well, that handles the death abuse.
Yeah, that's what we were saying.
And also, I was a little worried that we would still have to take out Aga to find the hammer, but nope, it was just on the way out of Norfair.
Yeah, that was my next play after Lower Norfair if I did not find the hammer, because I was thinking, well, I have I have a few checks, but see here, once if I do that opens up, right side pyramid, that opens up the pyramid ferry once I did desert because I found the book. So I was sitting there trying to think, like that whole Meyer situation. I never found the flute. I don't know if he ever found it, but no. So it was long way into Meyer, and I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna go through Lower Norfair, go into Meyer, take care of that. Then since I'm here, I might as well just knock out the rest of Lower Norfair. And luckily, I found the hammer on the way out, and I didn't realize that was my go mode item at the time. It took it until I got to the Tower of Hera. It didn't register because I'm not used to being in go mode that quick, and it didn't register at all. And then once I heard the pendant music, I re-looked at my tracker. I was like, damn, I'm this far. I'm in go mode. Yeah, it was interesting.
Yeah, to say the least. This was almost the exact opposite of what happened to the seed I was commentating last night, where it just felt like everything took forever. Here, no, everything was going at a very, even though it literally wasn't that much shorter than last night, this seed felt fast. Like, it felt like you guys were moving at a breakneck pace when it came to finding items.
Yeah, when I opened the chest in Link's house and I saw the morph ball, the very first bloody item you open, I'm like, what? That has a 16th chance of happening. Right?
That's what we were saying. Like, what the heck is going on?
Yeah, and it just, from there, I was like, well, I want to do all these Sphere Zero checks, get these out of the way before I dip in, because I didn't have no power bombs. And then the one thing I was worried about was Billy Mays having something, because I knew I was going to be soft locked when I went up there. I was like, well, if it has something, I will just come back later. At least I'll have that knowledge. And when I went up there and saw that there was nothing, I was like, okay, reset, we're good.
That explains that. So you knew you weren't going to be able to get out of there. You just wanted to check to see for later. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. I just wanted the knowledge, and if it was something, I was going to be like, okay, we'll just go back when we get some more power bombs. No big deal. Because I checked everything else in Blue Brinstar I could, except for the speed boost. The criteria supers, I think it's called, whatever. But I couldn't check that because I didn't have speed boost anyway. I could have seen what the item was, but then again, I was low on power bombs, and it was going to take 2 power bombs just to.
Yeah, makes sense there. Yeah, I don't think either of you ever checked Shaft Supers, so we no idea what's there.
Yeah, it could have been flippers, it could have been the flute, it could have been the cape, but of course it could have been wave beam, or high jump even. There was a lot of items we did not find. No screw attack, no bombs, never found spring ball, grapple. And I almost made a dumb play early. I thought about going to I have been practicing it with one E-Tank and Novaria, but I was like, you know what, don't be dumb. You got all these other checks. And then I saw a hook shot up there, and I tried the first time, and it didn't register how many power bombs I needed until I was halfway through it. I was like, oh yeah, I can't do that.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, just enough to get to the center of the gauntlet to see what that item was, but then when you saw it was just, big 20, you were like, oh, never mind that.
Yeah, I was hoping to find a power bomb up there, or bombs, just to keep going, but it's okay. You know, it worked out in the end because I did not want to go to until I had the hook shot. So when I left Norfair to Death Mountain, I could do my East Death Mountain checks.
Hold on 1 second. I want to see. Uh-oh. Ovok found a key in the traditional first chest shooter room.
Oh, is he gonna go the standard route, or is he gonna be smart and go the other way around? Because if he goes right side, he's fine. No, he's going up the center. Oh, this is gonna hurt.
Where's he at?
Pod.
He's in pod.
Oh no.
Here's the thing. I would have gone right side on this one, partially because I don't know all the different... Actually, no, wait. I take that back. I would have opened center door first because of the way I typically route a full clear, but... Oh, no. Oh. I don't blame Ovok, but this is... this is... I mean, yes, we can get out of this section because there's almost always guaranteed one or two small keys up here, but, ooh, this is...
At best, he's got to hope he can find something. If he finds something like wave beam on the way, that'll help speed things up a little bit, but not much. Well, there's the flute! Found the flute!
That would have been useful. Nah, I had my, I was all prepared to do everything in the dark. I had my maps pulled up because I've been trying to learn and memorize that. And then it's like every time I did a couple dark rooms and then I end up finding the lamp. I'm like, okay, I don't need this page no more. But yeah, I'll go and hop out and let you all finish doing the thing. But, thank you guys for commentating. Thank you, SpeedGame and everything. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. You have a good one, man. GG.
Enjoy.
Okay, we'll do.
Ovok, you don't have the big key. Alright, he realized.
Oh, boy.
But... Actually... Did he go to Harmless Hallway?
Nope.
Then that means
if he had done that, he would have... That's on right side. That's not the right side entrance.
Bumpers.
I was gonna say, what are you doing trying to... They're gonna keep going after you there.
I mean, nice maneuvering. So, I admit, I'm more of a Link to the Past rando commentator. I'm taking a guess that Ovok is more familiar with the Super Metroid side of things. There was a possibility to avoid that chaos and barely bonk on the stairway on the other side.
It's very possible. I mean, this isn't a case he's bad at Link to the Past. It's just, if you're more familiar with one than the other, it can be a struggle to try to, if you have to focus on one particular game. But
I agree. And remember,
he's finally working his way there. He'll figure out soon enough, if he hasn't already.
I mean, remember, this is one game where you have to keep up with two.
There's the small key. And then once he goes through here, he'll realize he's all set to go.
Going for the old vanilla strats.
Don't know why he's got Kane of Samaria, but hey, whatever works for him.
Maybe just realized it right then. I mean, it's as we just said earlier. I believe Ovokjam is more familiar with some of the tricks on the Super Metroid side of things. Hey, I can't do half the stuff that's done on the Super Metroid side, so I completely get it from the other end. Just have to take care of the... Wait. These can't be the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and even if we include Venus de Milo, who's the 6? Yes, I went there, I know.
Yeah, don't worry. It just reminds me how old I am, too, because I actually got that. The only good thing about that series was seeing Scott McNeil in live action. If you don't know who that is, look him up. One of the craziest voice actors you'll ever see. Trust me.
Ooh, Ovok.
There we go. Thankfully, he had the Silver Arrows one shot right between the eyes, and he's down.
And now Ovok can climb up Ganon's tower. Wow, we did not need any pendant dungeons today. This feels... strange.
Actually, with the combo randomizer, it's a lot more likely because of how more spread out the items are.
Fair point, I didn't think of that.
Because, again, the race I commed last night didn't need a pendant dungeon either. So now it's just working our way up Death Mountain. We're going on.
Come on, Dead Rock, be kind to us.
Ah, the lovely old Dead Rocks, the unofficial mascot of the Link to the Past randomizer, because they are the trolliest non-boss enemies in the entire game.
Who's worse, Dead Rocks or Boss Bass?
Ugh, that's a tough one. It really is.
Fortunately, the path up to Ganon's tower is relatively simple. 2 possible ways to go, but they all end up at the outside of Super Bunny Cave.
Yeah, and then you just gotta deal with these Lionels.
Now,
The very...
Ovok,
Sorry, go ahead.
yeah, Ovok can save a little time by going left side first.
But I wouldn't hold my breath on that. Almost every runner at least checks the right side first, because it's a little easier that way. But you never know. Alright, could be wrong. He's going left first. This will actually help a little bit.
When it comes to left side versus right side, I kind of flip-flop now and then. It may partially depend on my mood, really.
There is no, like, surefire route when it comes to Ganon's Tower. Any route works. So, I can't fault anyone for making a certain plays. It just depends on what the items you get. Obviously, if you don't get any keys early on, right side's pretty much out anyway, but if you do, it's whatever works for you.
Ovok gets it in 6. But does have that mirror now. Just needs to unequip it. Thank you. And nice. Remembers one of the safe ways of going through. And then as I say that, walks over some spikes.
Why are you trying to use the sword? Oh, there you go. He's trying to line them up, but hitting with the sword's only going to make things harder for you.
Running low on arrows, but there is a refill pot here. No, that's the wrong pot! If Ovok doesn't get any more arrows, then we will see at least a few spin slashes.
Yeah, that could be trouble.
Oh, the Igors force a double hit on the switch.
Yeesh.
I know, not every day we see that. And now, the gauntlet. Yeah, these red skeletons, if you don't swing exactly right, they always like to jump away and then throw a bone at you for good measure. But the gauntlet is almost done.
Yep, we're reaching the end here.
And by continuing that path, staying in that same super tile, the landmos spawn very quickly.
Thankfully, with the butter sword, very easy fight.
Just don't be distracted by the statue shooter. Ooh! Landmo is getting some rocks in Ovok's face.
Yeah, that's never pleasant.
Oh, there we go. Sword beats rock. And now, Cathartic Room is good.
Thankfully, he did pick up a few more arrows, so as long as he doesn't miss too often, he should be good.
And this room's a tricky one, but gets a 2 cycle, not bad. Ooh, that fire bar can be nasty.
Oh yeah, never fun. Ooh, careful.
There's still time.
But he's gonna want to make sure that door closes before he goes up the stairs.
Actually, it
That
can close. Yeah. The important part was the door didn't close while you were going up the stairs. If it closes before you go up the stairs, it's fine. It's just as long as you're not on the stairs when it closes.
I'm aware of that. It's just you want to be careful about that, because if that does happen, if the door closes while you're going up the stairs, it will bug out the game. All the enemies will be gone, and that will include Aghanim, meaning you have to reset. Not fun.
Oh, there's another reserve tank. Yeah, that's why I just wait for that. I just wait for the extra signal before I go
Oh,
upstairs.
Troll Arm strikes.
Yep. Round 2. Fight! KO!
Will he check the inevitable conclusion? Yes, he will. And
It's tradition. In all honesty, what could we have actually gained from that chest that would help us on either game? Besides
Wave
Wave Beam.
I was gonna say wave beam.
Alright, Ovok's time for some math. Was that a double on that one?
Couldn't tell.
Oh, blue balls on that one.
Gotta love it.
No,
That
okay.
was a triple.
Yep, so it was 1113. And so it is time to, prepare another pig, I guess. Who wants my portion? I'm not gonna have it.
I'll take some more bacon.
Better you than me. Alright, Ganon has 4 phases. Okay, I've never seen Ganon be in that position for a phase 2 swing. It's like, he's 1 tile higher than you would think.
Yeah. And he's a big boy. You gotta watch out for that.
And, yes, we did find those silvers in Norfair Upper.
Rapid Torch Glitch gets it. Oh,
No
Caught
fairies.
by a Ganon hug.
Ovok, literally, it's... Ugh. I know we're trying to encourage peace and love during these times, but I don't think that's the right way to approach it. Fortunately, not a lot of resources were lost, but, Ovok's in one-hit kill mode, effectively.
Yep, he's gonna have to be even more careful from here on out, and that's saying a lot. I get the feeling if he does suffer another death here, he's gonna probably be looking for some fairies after this.
But without a bug net, that's not going to work, so maybe stopping at the...
Not for catching, just to heal up.
I mean, fair point as well. There is one... you know, outside the pyramid.
And there's the bacon.
And now Ovok just has to take out one more head chef. What is it with both of our bosses dealing with food today?
I guess we're all just a little hungry tonight.
Fair enough. But still, this is a long randomizer, so please give support to our two runners, Cantaloupeme and Ovokjam. And don't forget about our tracker, iBot02, and my commentary partner in crime, The Shades.
Pleasure as always, my friend, and make sure you also get some love to Wolfman 2000. Always love working with this guy.
And as before, if you are watching this and curious about the two links for each of our runners, remember, this tournament is sponsored by Rank 1. Rank 1 is a platform where everything is about our shared passion for games, centered around our aliases rather than our social security numbers. It's a place where you're able to share and preserve all the amazing moments you experience playing games and connecting to others just like you. Find out more at rank1.global. Was it just me, or did the power of that advertisement move the statue quickly? Or did I just forget that it starts in the sunken state already?
With the randomizer, it does automatically move into the sunken state. Because otherwise you'd be standing there for like a good 30 seconds waiting for the thing to move.
Yes, just like most randos, we want to keep it to core gameplay and avoid all the cutscenes.
Yeah, we're speedrunners. We don't need no stinking cutscenes.
That's fine. I mean, I have no problem playing games casually.
Though I imagine a lot of speedrunners hate unskippable cutscenes. It's like, no, I want to get through this as quick as I can. I have to sit here and do nothing for God knows how long. Especially true if you're playing a Hideo Kojima game, am I right?
Indeed. I mean, I am barely qualified as a speedrunner, and even I like the option to skip cutscenes.
Exactly. I mean, I like enjoying the story, but if I've already seen the whole story once, I just want to get to the game.
Of course, there's not much we can do about these integrated cutscenes. Because these, I mean, technically you could attempt to skip when the baby Metroid, drains you, but... Actually, I don't think Ovok's even going for that.
No, we're not doing baby skip. Baby skip, to be fair, actually, I think you need high jump boots for that. That might be why he's not doing it, because I think you need high jump boots to even attempt baby skip. So there's really no point in doing it at all. Though both of our runners made one minor goof here, because the best, if you aren't going to do baby skip, the least you can do is before the baby Metroid finishes draining you, face to the right, because the game was never programmed for you to be facing right when that finishes. So if you face left, you have a stand-up animation, but if you face right, it skips that.
So that explains that.
I've done enough commentary on these, I've learned a thing or two. I'm no expert, but I know enough.
Alright. Ovok. Ooh, that super was fired a little early. There we go.
Yeesh.
So, at this point, we have all the ammo that we need, and we can always fall back to Charge Beam. I would consider, if possible, there we go, a Zebetite skip.
Yep. He's got the means to do so. If you can pull this off, it'll save a little bit of time, though you want to do it quickly. The idea is you freeze one of those Rinkas, and then you can use it to kind of glitch through the first Zebetite, and the other ones don't load if the first one is still standing. So if you glitch through the first one, the other ones will just be gone, and you can just run right through to Mother Brain.
All right, I'm noting the missile counts. We're going to see some sort of charge beam play, I think.
Kind of have to, yeah. Take 60 supers to defeat, to put Mother Brain in her final phase. He's only got 30. He doesn't even have a full complement, so he's gonna have to rely on charge ice strats.
Now, honest question. One of the things that we haven't seen a lot of our runners do this time is beam combos, where they equip charge beam, one other beam, and power bombs, and then charge the charge beam and unleash effectively a super attack.
Yep, the most common one you've probably seen is the X-ray using plasma, wave, and charge.
But without wave, we're either limited to charge ice, charge spazer, or charge plasma if we go for that. So, which one would you recommend, if any?
Honestly, for Mother Brain, I don't think any of them work. I think it's just better to just go with regular charge beam. The only a couple bosses like Batwoon are really affected by stuff like X-ray. Still, he got through it relatively quickly. He's already on to the final phase. There's the Rainbow Sherbet.
And there's the brain freeze. Ooh. And there's the baby saving us. I think Ovok right now is just relieved to be ending this seed. I'm guessing Ice Palace threw him off a bit. Once more, the baby Metroid is no more, and Samus has the Hyper Beam to basically tell Mother it's time to go. And that should do. Same as before, 3 minutes to get out. Shades,
Time to put this race to an end.
Yep, we should at least be thankful this isn't SMZ3 Impossible, because I wouldn't want to do this in 1:30.
No.
Ovok trying to take out all the enemies. I mean, nothing wrong with a little safety, but we are under a time limit here.
Does he think that we have to kill all the enemies to open the door, or is what's he doing?
I don't have a full answer, but I do recall that there is acid that rises in this room, so we kind of have to hurry. Right there.
Yeah, that's your clue to say, yeah, you don't have to kill all the enemies. You need to hurry.
Alright, can we go up the shaft without a problem?
Nope.
And suddenly, it's just like Metroid for the Nintendo Entertainment System.
Ugh. Come on, you can do it. You know, I'm starting to get the impression that Ovokjam's kind of new at both these games. I think he's just new overall.
It's hard for me to say. Will we see the animals saved to... Nope.
Nope. Keep doing that to yourself. Nonetheless, that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Ovokjam is finished with an official SRL time of 3 hours, 22 minutes, and 13 seconds.
Get your GGs out in chat, folks. Let's see if Ovok wants to join. But in the meantime, whew, boy, what a scene. We had diverging routes early, both providing progression, and then it just came down to how quickly could we get the bow, and how quickly could we find the hammer, and that was what told the main story.
Indeed, but it looks like Ovokjam is going to decline the interview for tonight. I can understand that. So, but nonetheless, GG to Ovokjam. Great race. Again, guys, make sure you give all of our runners as well as all of us here a follow on Twitch. Links are in the chat as we speak. Awesome group of guys here tonight. And of course, make sure you follow all of our channels, SpeedGaming and SpeedGaming 2 through 6. If you're not done with Rando tonight, we do have another race going on, I believe over on SpeedGaming 6, going on between Dr. Cossack and Alucard 2004. I can assure you that's probably another amazing race, so go check that out after you're done here. If not, follow all of our channels, SpeedGaming and SpeedGaming 2 through 6. We've got races all over. Oh, I can tell you right now, all 6 of our channels are active right now. Go check them out. We've got stuff going all over the place, and we're going to have a ton of tournament races coming up here in the future. Let me just pull this up real quick, because coming up, we've got a whole bunch of races going on tomorrow. We actually have one more race that might be aired tonight. We've got a race starting at 9:10 with Whirly versus Zen Trigger, and then we've got tons of races going on tomorrow. So check the schedule, see what pops up, and if you're interested in more SMZ3, definitely make sure you're following our channels to keep up with those. But that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for us here tonight. We hope you guys had fun. On behalf of everyone here at the Speed Gaming family, my name is The Shades. We'll see you guys next time. Rock on!
Stay safe, everyone.